Long Wolf coming at y'all, man. Y'all already know I'm dropping another video for guess who? My subscribers, right? My subscribers first, and for anybody else who want to listen second. All right? Don't ever forget that. All right? Don't ever forget that. When I get on here and I drop these videos, I'm dropping them for number one, my subscribers. Number two, for anybody else that's willing to listen. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what it is. You got your boy, me, the original Lone Wolf on here, man, coming at y'all with another segment. This video is going to be about our people. I'm going to try, well, no, I'm going to try to be collegial about this, okay? Or however the hell you say that word. But yeah, I'm going to try, but y'all know how it is, man. This is one of these videos that I'm making right now to, again, show you all why it is that I feel the way I do about us getting our people in order first, right? So now this brings me to the next thing that I'm going to say. When you all hear me make reference to our people in a negative light, it's because we are doing things that we should not be doing, and we're out of control with it. Like we're times 10 with the things that we do. And nothing is going to get better for us. Nothing is going to get better for this country or the world until we stop doing some of the stuff we're doing. The only other reason for why I do it is because I feel like other cultures around the world will fall in line once we do it. You know why? Because everybody on the planet gravitates to us. They all do. Even the ones who don't admit it. Even the ones who don't even realize it. That they style, they culture, their whole way of being comes from stuff that they picked up here and there from our people. This is one of the reasons for why I continue to stand on that foundation. When y'all hear me tell y'all, I'm not saying that, you know, fake Jews and Zionism and this, that, and the other, they don't have their place. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know what I'm saying? That they don't owe a pound of flesh, right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, you know, the stuff that, you know, the disrespect and stuff we've taken from Asians or that they've handed out to us or Latinos or whatever. I'm not saying that it's not valid. I'm just saying the things that I'm about to show y'all in this video has to be dealt with first. That's all I'm saying. This is all I've been saying. And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. This has to be dealt with first. We cannot continue to ignore the fact that we refuse at all costs to take any accountability. And the fact that it ain't very many of our people talking about the fact that, you know, man, you motherfuckers don't take no accountability for nothing. You niggas are disgusting. But then when you hear a pale-skinned person say it, or when you hear a Latino motherfucker say it or something, you get an attitude. And it's like, nah, man, you can't have it that way with me. Sorry. So we're going to start this video off. There may be some commercials in between. You know what I'm saying? They're not my commercials. This is just stuff that I'm using to try to make my point. I'll try to blot them out and, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. But if y'all see a commercial jump in or something weird happen where you see a commercial and then they go back to the way it was, that's just because I'm trying to pause it to keep, you know, from recording the commercial as well. All right, but without further ado, man, let's jump into some topics that's really long overdue that we should have been talking about when it come down to these niggas.
Ever since hip-hop moved from the parks and block parties to becoming a full-blown business, it's been a culture obsessed with showing off wealth, most notably those that sparkle in the light. After the thick gold chains of the 80s, diamonds became the most sought-after item in a rapper's inventory, becoming the iced-out measuring stick for who's really on top and whose sales aren't equating to shopping sprees at high-end boutiques. Beyond that, it was weaponized as well, with rappers using it to stunt on their enemies and diminish the weight of their pockets on sight.
This is my fucking devil. Look at that nigga baguettes all in the face.
So to give you guys a little bit of insight moving forward, what we're looking at right now on screen is just a long history of our people spending their money foolishly on lavish gifts and lavish trinkets. And in this case, it's going to be jewelry only. That's pretty much all this segment is about. There ain't nothing about houses and cars or anything like that. It's just jewelry. And not only jewelry, but fake jewelry. Fake. But anyway, let me calm down. Oh, woo. Oh my God, the stuff in this video is disgusting. But anyway, let's go.
But that's nowhere near the problematic aspect of it. Because while it seems like those diamonds propel these artists above everyone else and vividly portray how far they've come, it can also be a trap too. And over the years, it's become such a commonplace that these rappers are getting dispossessed of their cash they've worked so hard for, without ever receiving the goods that they thought they were. Meanwhile, those who are selling them are making a killing. It's your boy Luis, and this is why jewelry is the biggest scam in rap. How did something that's supposed to be a fashion item end up ruining careers and, in some cases, even cost someone their life? Over the years, the appetite for flexing your new high-end diamond watch or chain has only grown in hip-hop. Even though there have been countless times where these so-called top jewelers have been caught scamming rappers, they're still cashing in, chain after chain. Despite the fact that this should cause a reluctance to get burned by them, rappers are still dropping crazy amounts of money on pieces.
So what we have done is we have allowed these motherfuckers to take something that was already ours, something that we have been doing, something that's not new. And we allowed them to take it from us, and then they resold it back to us, and then entered and sprinkled fakery, mixed it in with it, and sold it back to us at 100 times the value. Right? Dressing lavishly, wearing jewelry and gold. This is part of our culture. Fuck hip hop. Fuck hip hop. This is part of our culture as a people. We've always been like this. How many of your old elders and ancestors' pictures you can pull out where they was dressed cleaner than a needle dick dog? Huh? Looking at your granddaddy and shit back in the 20s when that nigga was 18, 19, 21, 22 years old. Cleaner than the Board of Health. Huh? This ain't nothing new. All we did is allow them to take it from us and sell it back to us. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me take that back. All we did was allow the transfer of wealth. Because that's what happened. They want to talk this shit about, we ain't never lost a scrimmage, we ain't never lost a war, we ain't never ceded the land, we ain't never did this, we ain't never did that. Well, then you had to sign it over to them then. But this is nothing new about the way our people dress and jewelry and this, that, and the other. Now, notably in this segment we watching here, this is about fake jewelry. They charging motherfuckers tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for shit that's fake. And when I'm talking about fake, I'm talking about motherfucking cubic zirconia fake. Ooh, when will our people wake up?
That they pretty much have to take the jeweler's word on when it comes to quality. All the while, wearing fake goods is still a serious enough accusation that even legends of the game who've got nothing to prove can get real bent out of shape over it. Just look at the venom with which Busta Rhymes responded when a fan questioned the validity of his chain on IG, saying that it's such a shame that low self-esteem people like you don't believe that beautiful and very precious gems like these can be truly acquired.
Same old phone?
It's such a shame that low self-esteem people like you don't believe that beautiful and very precious gems like these can be truly acquired. Maybe it's not part of your ancestral history. Please let me inspire you, or stay the fuck out of my comments with your low ambition bubblegum ass. Unfortunately.
But here's the thing that he did not mention in that. Yes, it's a part of our culture and our history. Yeah, that's true. But we allowed them to take it from us and sell it back to us. We transferred it over to them. Allowed them to whitewash everything and helped them. Because if all of these motherfucking people they were saying were pale skin were actually melanated people, but yet when you pull up pictures of them on Google, they show that they pale skin, and that's an indication that they've been clearly whitewashed. How in the fuck were we not in cahoots or participating in that happening? Stories have come out now about the founding fathers being melanated. Well, when you pull up a picture of the founding fathers on Google right now, these are pale skin, chitlin face looking motherfuckers. Right? And you gonna tell me that our people didn't have no hand in these motherfuckers being whitewashed? No hand in it at all? That's bullshit. But anyway, let's go.
No one is immune to this. When you're part of the culture or trying to break into it, it's only natural to be influenced by its standards. The problem is that a lot of these artists aren't getting what they're really paying for, whether it's respect, real quality, or just getting finessed by someone who knows they've got more money than common sense. When it comes to those who have been making a killing from hip-hop stars and capitalized on its obsession with jewels,
First and foremost, here's the trick of where they get you at. It ain't enough motherfucking diamonds on the planet for that shit. Yeah, of course these motherfucking diamonds are gonna be lab grown and homegrown. Now, I know one motherfucker in particular that would tell you all diamonds are fake. And I tend to lean toward that. I tend to lean toward that. The same thing about gold. As far as I'm concerned, if you ask me, as far as I'm concerned, copper is worth more than gold. But that's just me. All of this shit is some bullshit. It's been a scam since day one. Now, that's only if you ask me. Right? But you're not asking me. We're going to play devil's advocate. Y'all know how the original Lone Wolf get down. We're going to play devil's advocate. We're going to pretend like 95 to 98% of the stuff we're watching in this segment is true. And I'm going to give commentary on that. Oh, yeah, and fair use. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Fair use.
The dynamic of men selling them, essentially becoming celebrities in themselves, begins with Jacob & Co. Among the most legendary jewelers of them all, Jacob Arabo has been name-dropped in countless songs and even made a cameo appearance in Drake's music video.
Did you hear that? Motherfuckers done dropped his name in countless songs. Didn't I tell y'all we the motherfuckers that made Donald Trump famous? And I'm the one that told y'all that. And I'm the motherfucker that told y'all that we the motherfuckers that made these bitch-ass Dodge products they came out with famous through our rap songs and our rap videos. Shit like the fucking Dodge Charger, the Chrysler 300 and shit. These Hellcats, these Hemi motors. We the motherfuckers that made that popular. I'm talking about, we put Chargers on the map when they first came out, when they first added 2 extra doors to them, and they came out with the Hemi back in, what was it? It was 2004 or something. It was either 2004 or 2006 or something. They came out with the Charger and the 300 again. Remember the Dodge Magnum and shit? This was back when the Charger had no balls. No balls. I'm talking about a 2006 Charger, 2007 Charger, the V8 one, the Hemi one. Motherfucker had no balls. And you motherfuckers know what I'm talking about if y'all own one. I used to have a 2007 Acura TL, base model. It wasn't even the Type S version. It was just a base model. I stomped my motherfucking cousin on I-94 coming out of Milwaukee, southbound back to Chicago, dusted his motherfucking ass. He had a motherfucking Chrysler 300C with that fucking Hemi in there. Dusted his dumb ass coming down I-94, southbound back to Chicago out of Milwaukee. Crushed his ass in a fucking Honda. We the ones that make this shit popular. We the and you're gonna see this going throughout the video. Whoever put this video together with their commentary or whatever, good job for y'all. Great job for this video. Because motherfuckers hit it right on the head. This is why our people are so fake too. Our people are some of the fakest, phoniest motherfuckers out here. Now I'm not talking about all of them. I ain't talking about all our people, but a good deal of our people are fucking fake and don't even know it.
For When to Say When and Chicago Freestyle. Prior to that, he was even featured as a playable character in the definitive hip-hop game Def Jam Fight for New York. With that kind of reputation.
See? A motherfucker is not taking our energy, we giving it to them. We chose to market that shit. We chose to be a part of it. We chose to participate in it. And motherfuckers gonna have their day for that. People don't really think they as guilty as they really are for the shit that they've done. You gonna have your day for this shit, man. They didn't take shit. We gave it to them. We gave them the power. We gave them the energy. And our fucking people won't stand up and admit it. And I'm talking about people my age and older. They won't admit it. Stop talking about these motherfuckers when we the ones that put them on. Because you know what? It's going to be some Jews in here. Some of these motherfucking jewelers and shit that they finna get into talking about, some of these motherfuckers is Jews. And when you listen to how they got put on, it's like, man, you can't blame this Jew for this. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You can't blame that fucking Jew for taking advantage of your motherfucking ass. Let's go.
It's no surprise that rappers flock to buy his signature timepieces or have custom chains made at his New York boutique. And once hip-hop's leading lights decided his items were sought after, you can bet that the profits were insane.
Was there a single purchase where you're like, I can't believe I just spent that much money on that?
I wish I got the most money that I wish I could get back. Jacob the jeweler, man. I spent over almost $1 million with Jacob over the
Spent
years.
$1 million in jewelry.
Yeah, just for homies' chains, all the Black Wall Street chains, my chains, watches. Them Jacob watches, them shits was crazy though, man. Them shits was like, you needed them, man. And then he come out with different color waves every other fucking day, so it's like, damn, I need the green one to match my shorts.
Jacob, a man who actually served time for laundering money for BMF, the Black Mafia family, which is a notorious drug empire that started in Detroit in the 80s, is now known as the guy who set the blue.
Ain't the motherfuckers that's in, with the Black Mafia family, ain't them some niggas? There's got to be some niggas. He said they out of Detroit. Especially back then, wasn't nothing but, well, shit, even today it ain't nothing but niggas in Detroit. Ain't the Black Mafia family some niggas out of Detroit? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then I apologize. But ain't there some niggas in Detroit? Detroit is a wild city, man. You know, when my people left, when they started to leave, like, Alabama and shit, and this is my grandfather's side of the family, on my mama's side. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandfather people was from Livingston, Alabama. Right? My grandfather is a twin. All right? My mom and daddy is an identical twin. All right? Both of them niggas left. They was in the military and all that, like I told y'all. One of them was stationed at the Panama Canal during World War II. The other one was at Fort Knox from the paperwork that I saw. Because keep in mind, I did my genealogy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know exactly what their assignments were and all this other shit. Every time I tried to get more information about this, like I tried to get my mother's father's military records, which is down in St. Louis. That's where they house military records. And, you know, they was talking about, oh, they didn't have them, or they had to look for them, or it was times where they didn't get back to us and all this other shit. So I've always ran into dead ends and shit when it came down to getting more specific key information. But I do know that my grandfather and my great uncle was in World War II. Now, after all that shit was over and they left and they came back home, my mama father moved to Chicago. And his twin brother moved to Pontiac, which is right outside of Detroit, right? And these are some heavy cats. My grandfather and his brother, these are some heavy dudes. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is nothing to be trifled with. Is the point that I'm trying to get to. Detroit is a miniature Chicago, 100%. And you bet not go up there fucking around with them people up there. The Black Mafia family out of Detroit. This nigga went to jail for fucking swindling money and embezzlement. And y'all, these are the niggas we continue to put on after they get out of prison. This nigga's like a fucking white Don King.
For scamming artists with sky-high prices and low-quality jewelry.
So I decided to go look at the comment section, and someone is typing exactly what I was thinking. Jacob keeps finessing all these rappers. He is the real gangster. He keeps on over these rappers. It's hilarious. And not just for like a couple of years, but since the 80s or 90s or something. Jesus Christ.
That's a fucking shame. And you can't help. This is an example of the whole world laughing at us. Let me go back.
Someone is typing exactly what I was thinking. Jacob keeps finessing all these rappers. He is the real gangster.
How can you not laugh? Now somebody drop down in the fucking comment section and explain to me how you can't laugh at us. Now, I'm not saying that the motherfucker on screen ain't done his share of dirt. I'm not saying he ain't done his share of dirt to us, right? All I'm saying is, man, and even the Jacob the jeweler dude that they talking about, I ain't saying he ain't done his dirt to us. They coming out there admitting that they scamming us. I ain't saying he ain't done his dirt. All I'm saying is that what this nigga laughing about is real. It's real and it's true. And we must deal with that shit. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I don't care, man. I don't give a fuck how long you been researching shit. I don't give a fuck what you know, who you are, how big your titties is. I don't care. We have to deal with that shit or we're not going to go anywhere. Keep in mind, we got children today that can't read and write. That's another segment that I got coming up on our people in this country, our children who cannot read and write. But anyway, back to this motherfucker you looking at on the screen. How can you not understand why he's laughing? Oh.
He keeps on over these rappers. It's hilarious. And not just for like a couple of years, but since the 80s or 90s or something. Jesus Christ.
And in order for you to be in business that long, that's because we tolerate it. We tolerate it with no accountability.
And while he's been accused of charging way too much, rappers like Benzino say the problem runs deeper, claiming that Jacob never showed any real loyalty to the very artists who were filling up his pockets.
Yo, Jacob act like he didn't know me. I probably gave Jacob $2 million. I bought the whole store staff real, not the shit that these just wearing fake jewelry like a 60%, 75% that you're seeing is wearing fake jewelry. Shout out to real jewelry. But Jacob the jeweler, Scott was sitting there talking. I came over to Scott's house.
I'm sorry, buddy. There ain't enough real jewelry to go around. That's what they don't tell you. If diamonds are real at all. Huh? If they're real at all, there ain't enough to go around. There ain't enough to go around. It's just that fucking simple. So you know what that means, as far as I'm concerned? The nigga on screen wearing and buying fake jewelry too. How is it everybody, the vast majority of these motherfuckers is wearing fake or watered down versions of real jewelry. All of them. But somehow this nigga on screen ain't. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm f***ed up at the time. Yeah, after the source fell, I was f***ed up. After I got indicted and all that, I was fired to sell all my shit because I got indicted. But after that happened, you know what I'm saying? I was fired to sell all my shit because I got indicted. But after that happened, you know what I'm saying? Scott Storch didn't act like Jacob out, he didn't know me. I spent almost $1.5 million with Jacob.
In Benzino's opinion, many of the pieces we're seeing today are reportedly fraudulent. And while he's not always right, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that on this occasion, the former editor of The Source and longtime enemy of Slim Shady was definitely onto something. As diamonds got bigger and more audacious, rappers began to lose sight of what they were really looking for. And they're so unaware, they end up flexing fake pieces only for it to backfire in the worst way.
Hold on, you're not getting on the stone.
Oh, okay. Can't get on the stone, bro.
And then let me also put this disclaimer out here too, right? I'm not knocking and dissing motherfuckers who wear jewelry, right? Now, I'm somebody who don't. I just, I never really was into it. And the jewelry that I do wear is not gold, it's not diamond. And, a lot of it is man-made shit. Like I rock, I got a giant crystal wrapped in copper that I wear around my neck a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I don't rock jewelry in the fashion that we see it today. Like, I like stones and shit. Like actual stones, like minerals and shit. I like to use that as jewelry instead of diamonds and all that other bullshit. But I want to express to people, I'm not hating on motherfuckers because they choose to wear it and this, that, and the other. I've never seen the point of wearing it in your mouth and all this other shit. My first baby mama got a gold tooth. Had the gold tooth back when I first met her. Still got it to this day, according to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen a point in it, but that's on them. What I'm saying is the fakery and the fuckery that come with it. And you living your whole life around this shit. You living your whole life around a fake ass motherfucking world. And it's to make everybody else vain. That's what it's for. You live in this fake ass image and this fake ass life that's really not real. This whole lights, cameras, action shit. They're doing that to instill vanity in the rest of the people. Because once you have vanity, now you can go around chasing shit. You'll go around and break your neck to have things. This is the reason why people bust their ass to go to work. Most people are vain. And the way you know it, this is how you know that most motherfuckers live in vanity. The more money they make, the more they spend. They got to leave this house and get a big one. You went from making $70,000 driving a Chevy Malibu to now, goddammit, you making $120,000 and you need a brand new G-Wagon. You see what I'm saying? That's vanity. But anyway, I'm going to leave that alone.
Nah, man, come on.
Where'd you get your jewelry from, dog?
Nah, bro, hold on.
The main issue comes down to things like CVD diamonds and moissanite. And while moissanite isn't even a synthetic diamond, it can still fool testers because of its electroconductivity.
This is my jewelry warehouse in Yiwu City. No middleman, no commission. 20,000 cards starting at $1.
This is a natural diamond, and this is a lab-grown.
You see that shit? We put these motherfuckers on. This is why I don't be wanting to hear it. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Diamond, it can still fool testers because of its electroconductivity.
This is my jewelry warehouse in Yiwu City. No middleman, no commission.
You see this motherfucker, man? And these are the same motherfuckers that disrespect us. Listen to me. Listen to me and hear me well. This same motherfucker right here made his whole living in Los Angeles, right? Of selling fake jewelry to our people and got rich. And he come in contact with our people every day that ain't famous, that ain't rich and all this other shit, and disrespect the fuck out of us. On top of getting paid off of us. And you mean to tell me this shit is not our fault and our fault alone? Well, if you don't agree to that, then I say fuck you. And if you get pissed off at that, you can unsubscribe. Because this right here is what I'm talking about. This ain't no Zionism. That's these niggas. That's them doing this. This ain't no fucking Zionist. That's bull. Now, he might be a Zionist. I'm not saying, again, man, I'm not saying that these people ain't harmed us. I'm not saying these people ain't corrupt and that they don't deserve to offer over and fork over that pound of flesh. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, well, goddamn, if we feeding these motherfuckers, if we the motherfuckers that took them from nothing and put them to where they are today, and then they turn around and disrespect us and spit in our face and don't have no respect for us, who the fuck fault is that? So again, I'm going to say, if you want to take that and say original lone wolf, that's your opinion, that's not a fact, then I say fuck you. And after I say fuck you, if you feel some kind of way, I want to see my subscription base go down. Because like I told you, I ain't here for views and likes. I'm here to just put this shit out. If you listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. I don't give a fuck. And the reason for why is because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm telling y'all, that's all I'm supposed to do. I ain't supposed to do nothing else but tell you. What you do after that is on you. And that includes you unsubscribing to me.
今天收证看的 starting at $1.
This is a natural diamond, and this is a lab-grown diamond produced in China. They look exactly the same, but the price difference is 30 times. Our customer is coming to China next week to visit Fakery. He heard online that lab-grown diamonds in China are very...
These motherfuckers barely speak clear English, man. But you got to say, oh, China. China is a superpower. China is the rising superpower. Here it is. You are wearing fake, cheap shit to make yourself look rich as fuck. And keep in mind, every rapper that they showing in here, they all went broke. It ain't one rapper they showing in here that did not go broke or run into some sort of IRS problems or go to fucking prison or die. Because we ain't got to them yet. There's a couple motherfuckers who done died from getting robbed and shit. So fuck what y'all talking about, man. Now, if you know, then I ain't talking to you. If you one of these people that's watching this video right now, and I shouldn't have to tell y'all this, y'all my subscribers, y'all should know this. If y'all already know what I'm talking about, then I ain't talking to you. That's called, if it don't apply, let it fly. Right over your fucking head. You understand? But for you motherfuckers who don't know, and for you people who don't agree, fuck you. Because it don't get no plain and clear and simple than this. This is the reason for why I do the screen shares. So you can't get mad at me. How the fuck you go? Oh, that's right. You gonna get mad at me because I pointed it out. Because I told the truth. Oh, okay.
And he wants us to help find a store. He will buy such a large diamond as a gift for his wife. All of China's lab-grown diamonds come from one city, Zhecheng in Henan. They've been reserved.
That mean they fake as fuck. I just told you they ain't got enough goddamn diamonds to supply the world. That heifer say they come out of one place in China. How the fuck did all those diamonds come out of one place in China? Get the fuck. And y'all wonder why I be like, man, I ain't getting on here making 5-10 videos a fucking day and a week and all this other shit. I was going through my analytics yesterday. Kind of off topic real quick. Now I see why people be doing what they be doing with their channels. See, because I don't care about monetizing and I'm not trying to get put on by YouTube and all that, I don't really look into their rules and regulations about certain things like how do you monetize and how do you do all these other things, right? Well, they got a lot of stipulations in regards to how you monetize, what levels you can get to, and this, that, and the other. You got to get so many views, get so many fucking, you got to put out so many fucking YouTube shorts and shit. I'm like, wait a minute. No wonder motherfuckers got 50,000 fucking YouTube shorts and because you got to do all this shit. You chasing some shit to get some money. And when I saw it, All I did was solidify my own shit. Like, yeah, this is the reason why I don't fuck with this shit now. Look at this bullshit. Look at the shit you got to do to monetize. If you're monetizing, that means it's about money. And it's going to always be about money first. It's going to always be about money first. You know why? Because they can take it from you. Why the fuck would you build it up and boost it up to finally get to where you've exceeded some of these requirements to be able to monetize and all these other I should switch over to my YouTube studio to show y'all this shit. But in order to get to that, to be able to monetize, you got to go through all of this shit. How is money not going to be your number one priority when they can take it from you? That means you're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to compromise between what I actually say versus losing money for saying it. Man, I get so fucking tired of this shit. And that's the other thing too. I'm tired. I'm tired of people not seeing it. I'm tired of talking to people about this shit. I'm tired of the fucking elders not being on board the way they supposed to be. You get tired, man. And then you trying to deal with your own life. Here it is, I got shit that I'm dealing with in my own motherfucking life. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to monetize on YouTube, so that's not gonna help me in what I'm dealing with in my life. It's not gonna help. And you think I'm gonna be on here making 1,000 videos a day? Fuck out of here.
Lab-grown diamonds there for over 10 years. Lab-grown diamonds have the same chemical and physical properties as natural diamonds, and even come with GIA certificates. So, the only real difference between natural and the lab-grown diamonds is whether you want to tell your wife how much you paid.
As for CVD diamonds, short for chemical vapor deposition, they're lab-made, which means that flashy price that rappers drop supercar money on loses value really fast. And according to...
What do you mean loses value? It never had no value at all. It was just the fact that he was willing to pay it. You got to understand where value comes from. Value comes from a person being willing to pay. That's it. Without that, there is no value. Let me say it one more time. Value, true value, and where it comes from and how it gets its value. It only comes from a motherfucker's willingness to pay. Now, do you need me to break that shit down? I hope not.
Jimmy Boy, a Vietnamese-American celebrity jeweler out of Houston, known in the game as the street's jeweler, the problem runs even deeper than most people think.
So the reason why the Moissanite, and I'm gonna be real with you, 90% of the people that say they got Moissanite, it's not even Moissanite, bro. It's cubic zirconia, but a better quality of cubic zirconia.
And this motherfucker you looking at on the screen is the same type of motherfuckers we allow to use the word nigga. But yeah, for some strange reason, y'all want to blame the Asians. Shut the fuck up! God damn! I'm tired of hearing y'all. We put these people where they are. Us. And we didn't have a gun to our head when we did it. Fucking sellout ass, coward ass niggas.
You know, just like replica stuff you buy, there's different grades of it. So with the cubic zirconia, there's different grades. So Moissanite actually is like the first lab created, they used to call it man-made diamond, because it was half made by man and half actually made, in the earth, like in the ground.
Most people might assume that it's just a few rappers getting scammed by shady jewelers, but in his eyes, it's a full-blown epidemic.
So I got a question for y'all. How did buying this jewelry, fake or not, how did this help the molestation within our community? Our children being molested. Buying this fucking jewelry, whether if it's fake or not, how did that help the public school systems in our community to the point to where only 8% of our people in our fucking public schools can read and write? You have to fail the whole fucking school. How did buying these down? How? How does that help that? How does buying jewelry, real or fake, help all of the vacant lots that's in our community right where Jennifer Hudson is from? Huh? I'm going to say that again. Or Bernie Mac. We use Bernie Mac. The motherfucking neighborhood Bernie Mac grew up in, you can still find vacant lots in that neighborhood. Right now. Same thing with Jennifer Hudson. So how did all that glamour from Jennifer Hudson and Bernie Mac or whoever else, you know, that's from Chicago, how did that help the area that they say that they grew up in? Because they still got vacant lots up and down them residential blocks. You can still get your fucking brains blown out over there. Right now. Motherfuckers ain't talking about this, man. I am the coldest motherfucker on YouTube. Because I talk about what others won't. I talk about what other people poke at. Walking up and down 63rd Street, 67th Street, 69th Street, east or west. Up and down Princeton, up and down motherfucking Halsted, Harvard, Parnell, Vincennes, Racine, Morgan. Anywhere up and down there, 63rd Street, 67th Street, 69th Street, you can still get your fucking brains blown out. And that's where Jennifer Hudson and motherfucking Bernie Mac is from. That's where they're from. But anyway, man, let's go.
What's the percentage of how many rappers are wearing real shit to fake shit?
I can guarantee you, if not 95% or 100% of all the celebrities or rapper has one fake, like has one piece that ain't real. I'll put it that way.
100%.
95 to 100%.
This isn't just from a jeweler's perspective. This isn't just from a jeweler's perspective either. These days,
he said 95 to 100% of industry niggas have at least one piece that's fake. That's a lot of money. You know why? Because all you got to do is sell one motherfucker one piece that's fake. You know why? Look at all the motherfuckers that's buying that shit. That's a lot of money. Especially when you factor in if a lot of the stuff they selling is real too. Niggas getting paid off of us. That same motherfucking Asian dude that you would talk shit about, you'll go in on Rodeo Avenue or wherever the fuck they is up and down to California, Hollywood Boulevard, wherever them fucking places is where you could go and buy all your shit. You same motherfuckers are going there and buy ice from these niggas. Why y'all talking about Asians? Like I told y'all, shut the fuck up about these motherfucking Latinos and how they disrespect us. Y'all still buy dope from them. Tired of y'all. I'm tired, man. You still fucking they women. Shut the fuck up about a Latino.
several rappers have claimed that these businesses are basically exploiting ignorance. Bandman Kevo, who prides himself on rocking high-grade VVS diamonds, says that a lot of rappers are blowing big money on moissanite, not realizing they're getting duped, because most of them don't even know what they're looking at.
A lot of these what you see that's got jewelry, it be moissanites. What you gotta do is, like, when you see rappers with jewelry, like a whole lot of jewelry, you gotta look at the quality, the clarity. You gotta know, first of all, if you see a rapper with jewelry, right, they have to tag their jewelers. If you're a rapper and you got jewelry, the watches, I don't care what it is, you have to tag your jewelry. Because most likely the watch might not be A1, the bracelet, the chains, all that might not be A1. It might be moissanites. Now, what people is doing with the moissanites is diamonds that can pass it. So if you ever see a rapper putting a diamond tester up to their shit a lot, it's fake probably, because what are you doing that for? I ain't finna put no diamond tester up to my shit. You know it's busting. You better go ask fam. And I got my appraisals and all that shit. So it gotta make sense, like, to the point where, like a moissanites and CBD diamonds.
The end result of this shady game is that jewelers start targeting people with money to burn and no real knowledge of what they're actually buying. And one of the biggest alleged victims has to be none other than Soulja Boy, who a fake watch dealer named Rashid the Jeweler once claimed was one of his regulars.
I've had a couple customers that I really don't want to name for because it can mess with my bread.
So you telling me that this knockoff right here is $1 million business?
Yeah, a little bit more than that.
In my own opinion, I believe that that's just what they telling you. It's way more than that. I believe all that shit fake. If you ask me. That's just me. Now, I could be wrong. Now, keep in mind, too, I don't wear jewelry. Never have. Even when I was young, even when I was selling drugs and shit, I ain't wear jewelry. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you got some people drop down in the comment section and be like, Original Wolf, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. There are some real diamonds, right? And that's fine, right? I can't be wrong about that. It's possible. I'm not tripping on that. Maybe I am wrong. But what you're not going to tell me is that there's enough fucking diamonds in the ground to fucking supply everybody. That's bullshit. Especially within the restricted confines of how the world is set up. Because the world is a prison. Like how you always hear me say that the world is a stage. It is. And that stage is a prison. And what's the stage, Lone Wolf? The world. The world itself is a stage. And that stage is a prison. So from the way that it's conducted and being ran, just within this strict confines of the way the world is constructed and where people live, especially within that realm, there ain't enough motherfucking diamonds. Now you can talk your ass off about that. There's a very good chance that there are real diamonds, and that is a real thing. And I can be wrong. That could be true. But what you ain't gonna tell me is that there's enough real ones to go around for everybody, because it's not. I ain't that goddamn stupid.
I will say this is already out in the open. My biggest customer last year was Soulja Boy. He bought the presidential with the black base, with the white base. He got the Yap Master encrusted. I got the bust down.
Over the course of his career, Soulja has been dogged by these rumors, with his elaborate collection often coming under scrutiny.
That shit making a lot of noise, man. That shit hollow as fuck.
Yo, you just never had a lot of chains on top of each other. Any rapper in the game that wear their chains on top of each other, they gonna do like that. I'm sorry, it don't matter who it is. From Sambo.
Well, I'm sorry, brother, to kind of blow your bubble and hate on you a little bit, but one of them chains is a choker. All right, and we looking. As a matter of fact, let me zoom in on that motherfucker. Yep, that's a choker. This one right here at the top underneath his chin, that's a choker. Bruh, look, I don't know what world you come from, homie. But, yeah. We don't wear chokers, bro. My motherfucking neck is too thick for a choker. I don't even fucking do neckties. You know what I'm saying? Back when I used to go door to door selling magazines, I used to have to dress professional. Business like, slacks, nice steppers on and white shirt, tie, shit like that, right? I never tied my tie up, the knot all the way up to my neck, and I never tied the top button on the white shirt, ever. I'm talking about the whole motherfucking time I was doing that shit. I did that for almost 3 years. I left, came back to Chicago, stayed for a minute, went back out there and shit. You feel me? Like, my neck is that fucking thick. It's like, nah, bro, I don't want nothing that tight around my neck. You got me fucked up. Like, for real, this nigga got a choke on, but I'm seeing that the video ain't really about that shit, I'm gonna let that go.
You and me?
They don't do that. Anybody I don't know that.
They had you on that fake watchbusters.com.
Yeah, plenty of times, but right now this is real though.
Others who've either gotten scammed or tried to fake the lifestyle by buying cheap jewelry include CMG's Big Boogie, whose numbers just didn't add up once people started doing the math.
How much?
100
grand? Wow. I don't know which one. How much is this drip?
220,000. That's just the charm by itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 100 by itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the rings? We see you. What about the rings?
This like CMG ring like 80,000 by itself.
Okay.
My big dude ring 70,000.
Okay.
My pinky ring right here 15,000.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is you gotta sponsor me.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Immediately, people were not buying it. And once he made the mistake of showing off his jewelry box, it was game over. When it came to light, it wasn't CVD, but cubic zirconias in his chain.
Why did he do that? But now he on the...
Niggas paying. I see, I gotta laugh too. Just like the one dude, he sounded like he was Irish or Australian that was just laughing a minute ago. I gotta laugh too. I can't help it, man. This nigga just went out and jagged off 60, 80 bands on cubic zirconia. That nigga could have went around the store. He could have went around the corner to the store in his hood to the beauty supply store and bought a bag of them motherfuckers for about $9.99. Straight up. Like, bro, what the fuck? How can you not laugh? That's the part that I'm saying, like the whole world laughing at us and shit. I mean, I don't blame them. How can you not laugh at that stupid shit? And now you broke. Like I said, every motherfucker they showing in these videos, that's rappers, they all broke. All of them. Everybody they done showed. Every rapper they done showed is broke. Fucking shame. And then another way that they get us is through interracial dating and having children and shit. There's a big thing to this interracial dating that a lot of people don't want to talk about, man. And it go beyond the genetics, right? Because we know that. We know it go beyond the genetics. It turns them into octopuses, and people don't understand that. It ties them to everything: the land, the genetics, your wealth, your trademark, everything. They turn into tentacles when you have children with them. And anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. We gonna say that video for another day, because this whole interracial bullshit, people don't want to have that conversation either. That's the most shit that niggas don't want to talk about. All this I can love who I man. Anyway, let's go.
His jury and all the man zoomed in on the tag because he has his hand on the jury. But you came in from China, he left it on there, and it say CZ on the goddamn tag, meaning cubic zirconia. Check this out.
This is a treasure chest. You know the stuff that you going to look for years and they don't find. This right here, this little shit. Yes, sir.
Lying to people about you paying top dollar for some goddamn CZ. These CZs you got ain't even lab made or.
That nigga paid $60,000 for some glass. If you hit so-called diamond's supposed to be indestructible, right? You're supposed to need another diamond to destroy your diamond, right? Allegedly. That's how you know that diamonds is fake. It's all bullshit. But anyway, we're going to just stick to the narrative. Diamonds are supposed to be damn near indestructible. You need another diamond in order to destroy your diamond, right? Well, if you're a motherfucker like me, who been around cubic zirconia since I was a shorty because, you know, I grew up around women, right? I done smashed plenty on, I'm talking about with full-blown hammers. A hammer. And that shit shattered and broke apart like glass or real hard-ass industrial plastic or something. Straight up. So you went out and you spent $80,000, $200,000 for some fucking glass. Fucking window dressing. Like, wow, man, make it make sense. But our people not fake, they not phony. They not some goofy-ass niggas. And we the only culture who do this, too. We the only motherfucking culture who wear our worth, our entire fortune around our motherfucking neck. But I'm supposed to just talk about Jews and all this other shit? Nah, man, I can't do that. I can't do that, man. I can't just talk about Latinos and Asians. I can't just do that all fucking day. I gotta point to our fucking people at some goddamn point because we are the problem. And I'm gonna tell you here and now, any motherfucking body that don't want to crash out on their own motherfucking people, man, be wary of them. Because at the end of the fucking day, we have a problem, and it's a us problem, meaning we are the problem. Period.
Man, these ain't even Moissanite. These.
We are looking for gamers who want to learn.
These are the stones that the women go to the nail place and tell the Chinese people, put these goddamn CZ on my goddamn nail. He wearing nail diamonds, y'all.
While nothing's wrong with buying fake jewelry.
Hey, hey, he right. I just said you go around the corner in your hood to the beauty supply store and get a bag on for $9.75 or something. I just said that. That's all that shit is, man. You just spent $100,000 on your goofy ass.
In order to prioritize more sensible financial planning, the problem comes when you attempt to portray an image that doesn't match up to your reality. Because if there's something hip-hop hates, it's...
That's what it's about. It's about you being fake and phony to pretend like you rich to instill vanity in the rest of the people. And particularly your people. This is how you know getting up going to work every day is a fucking scam. I just said it before. You make $50,000, $70,000, you driving a motherfucking Chevy Malibu, right? At $50,000, $60,000 a year, Chevy Malibu, right? The minute you start making $100,000, $110,000, you go get that G-Wagon. You go get that AMG CLK motherfucking Benz or whatever. You go get that CTSV or something, you know? Or one of these specced out ass motherfucking Dodge Chargers or something. That's vanity. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you. Oh man, I deserve it. I work my ass off. Shit, you got me. Man, nigga, that's vanity. Because first and foremost, the only thing you really did was work your fucking ass off. Because when you got that raise from 50, 60,000 to 100,000, The motherfucking corporate CEOs and the board of directors, they got a raise too. And theirs was for $50 million, my nigga. But let's roll.
Authenticity, whether that's stones or otherwise. Now, there's every possibility this...
And not only will I add, they raised and they bonus was $50 million. Not only will I add that, I will also go as far as to say they didn't go out and spend their entire fortune and wear it around their motherfucking neck.
Was an honest mistake too, with Big Boogie sadly being sold down alive when he didn't know what he was looking at. In here, we have the stance of someone like Lil Durk, who claimed that in 2022, that the mockery is misplaced when they're being willfully duped by con men. Don't blame the rapper or athletes no more. Blame the jewelers for selling them that bogus shit. Where Jacob...
Why would I not blame them when the jig is up, the word is out, this is what you niggas is on, and y'all keep doing it? Maybe in the beginning when I bought the first one or the second one. But the minute I found out that this was a trend, this is what you niggas was doing, why would I go back? These niggas are still going back. Then not to mention, right, let's get off into this for a second, right, because it's all connected. They already exposed the MTV cribs and shit. They already exposed them on their houses. They've already exposed that they renting these motherfucking cars by the hour in the videos. By the hour. They've already exposed it. They've already exposed the fact that these motherfucking rappers and shit are broke. Now to add to the list is the motherfucking jewelry. Ain't that a bitch? That, you know what that equal? When you tally all that up, that equal a fake, phony ass culture of people.
Jeweler set the precedent for these high-end stores to harness the hip-hop market. He's far from the only one who's done so. And much like the chains and watches themselves, accusations that they're scamming are also hardwired into the culture. Among those who found themselves embedded into the rap world is Texas's Johnny Dang, immortalized in tracks like that Mexican OT's ode to his name, and with all the photos of him posted up next to top MCs. He's rubbed shoulders with so many big names that he's basically a celebrity himself at this point. But there are several controversies surrounding his business that have cast a shadow. For starters, there have been many claims that he prioritized high-profile clients even after you paid for his services. Because of that, up-and-coming rappers like Money Gang Slugga, who have poured their savings into trying to get that look, ended up getting pushed to the back of the line.
We had ordered this piece from Johnny Dang, and I don't know what was going on. This was like the time the baby and them was going crazy, going to get shit from him. So I don't know if he was focused on doing rapper shit only, like big time celebrities. But it took us probably like 90 days to get these people done. So in the midst of me waiting, I'm like, man, I done spent $10,000 already. I ain't even got no chain. I've been waiting. That's when I went and got this.
This is a symptom of Johnny's success. Johnny Dang's...
All because you want to portray a certain image, man. Now, here's the problem that I got with this little young brother. Here's the problem that I have. Because I'm a little bit more tender toward the youth. The young little ladies, the young little brothers, I'm a little bit more tender toward them because I know that they coming up in our shit. Just like we came up in our parents' and grandparents' shit. Here's the thing that irritates me with this little brother. He's so fucking young that by the time he was old enough to be on the internet and have his own cell phone and do his own thing, the information about what has happened to our people in the music industry was already out there. Like, for example, by the time he was old enough, the information was already out there about how Pac died broke. All those cars and shit that we seen him with in the movies and TV shows, in the videos and all that, that wasn't his. Right? We already know. He already know that allegedly Pac Mama supposed to needed support with Barry and what's name. I think she said that wasn't true or whatever. But we know that the situation with Pac financially was not what we thought. Right? By the time he was old enough to be on the internet, I'm talking about this little brother right here.
Focused on doing rapper shit only, like big time.
I'm talking about this little brother right here on screen. Young brother. He was old enough to understand and to get the information that Prince put out about how they was cheating us out of our music and how motherfuckers really they was a slave to the industry and all this other stuff. He was old enough. The information was out there. Same thing with Prince. And so with Prince never shut up about it. He always badmouthed the industry. And in regards to how they treated the artists, he never shut up about that. That's one thing I can say about that little nigga. He never shut up about it to the day he died. And that information was available to this young brother. And I already know motherfuckers gonna say, well, you know, he's young. And it's like, fuck that, man. When are we gonna stop this shit? Then, not to mention another valuable thing that needs to be thrown in there too. When these little young motherfuckers are starting out in stardom and they trying to make it and this, that, and the other, the main motherfuckers that's driving them through the door is people that look like them. They relatives, they friends, niggas from the block, and this, that, and the other. And that's a lot of pressure. You know why? Because the people that are driving them into that shit is just as slow as him. His parents and shit, they just as dumb as him. Not very many of them invest in that shit and take it serious for their children like they supposed to. And most of the time with the parents who do that, they end up getting bumped off or pushed out the fucking way. Look at what happened with Pimp C. Pimp C allegedly was real close with his mama. Like she was heavily involved in that motherfucking shit that he was in when it came down to him being in the rap game and shit. Look at what happened to Pimp C. Another motherfucker we all know about was Kanye. I remember Kanye West's mama from when we was in Vanderpool. She was heavily involved in his life. I'm telling you this for a fact, man. I'm not telling you something somebody else told me. I was in class with that boy in 6th and 7th grade. I remember his mama. I remember her. And she was always involved in that boy's life. And it was no different than with her career. And I mean, with his career, excuse me. And look at what happened to him. I mean, look at what happened to her. Not very many of our motherfucking people are like Donda West. Or like Pimp C Mama or a couple of other motherfuckers. Because there's some other people that was real close to their mama or their parents or whatever when it came down to their future in the music industry. But it wasn't very many of them. The vast majority of them motherfuckers are degenerates, just like the fucking rappers. But I'm just saying.
Celebrities, but it took us probably like 90 days to get these people done. So in the midst of me waiting, I'm like, man, I done spent $10,000 already. I ain't even got no chain. I've been waiting. That's when I went and got dates.
This is a symptom of Johnny's success. Johnny Dang's at the point where 10K is nothing for him to rush to, when he's got Migos and Lil Baby spending 100K and up. But that's not the only problem.
And that's all the setup. They make you yearn and yearn for it until you're willing to do anything for it. And boom, that's where the value come in at. I keep telling you that. The value. That's where the value come in at. They create a fictitious value for you to chase so you could pay it. It's called harvesting your energy.
Plagued him. As well, his status as one of the elite should mean that he only uses the best of the best. A former employee accused him of using CVD diamonds as opposed to the coveted VVS in many of the pieces he sculpted for rappers.
That boy be putting that CBD shit in y'all shit. And I've had several clients who come in and they'll be like, bro, why my shit get tested CBD? Well, I don't fucking know shit. Y'all gotta ask Johnny, bro. That's Johnny's production.
Aside from that, the Vietnam-born jeweler is one of the many men who are accused of making bank from the black community without having any concern for its welfare or...
Here's the motherfucker y'all say is the problem right here on screen. This motherfucker probably a Jew. Right? Right? No, motherfucker, we're the problem. Because you know the life you live in is not real. We just covered Yo MTV rap cribs and shit with the car. With the houses, the car. We just covered everything. That means from A to Z and everything in the middle is fake. That means it's not real, man. What do y'all think they was talking about when The Matrix came out? And it was so crazy because I went to see The Matrix when it first came out and walked out on the movie. Couldn't get it. I couldn't grasp the concept of it. Quite naturally, I was young. The Matrix came out, I was what? 21? 22 maybe? Something like that when The Matrix first came out. I couldn't grasp the concept. But then again, I wasn't nowhere near where I am today. But this motherfucker on screen right here, this is the motherfucker that they complaining about. This is everybody saying the problem is. Oh, the white man, Nobody tell you to fuck with this nigga, man. Y'all keep getting involved in this motherfucking bullshit. Y'all continue to let y'all children motherfucking get involved in this bullshit so you can make some motherfucking money. And then you want to cry victim and pretend like you ain't know that he was sniffing your little young son's booty hole. You knew, motherfucker. You just didn't say nothing because you was getting paid, bitch. And you got to come out and cry as the victim, because if anybody knew you as the mother allowed them to sniff your little son's booty hole, nobody would have tolerated that. So you got to come out and play victim. But you knew all along they was fucking sniffing little boys' bicycle seats, and you left your child with them anyway. Fucking tell me you didn't know. Fucking tell me these people are the only goddamn problem, and we not the biggest fucking problem because we the ones that's feeding them. Fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear shit.
Doing any community outreach.
Man, when I look at Johnny Dang, he's the biggest culture vulture in hip-hop right now. The jewelry these is paying.
Oh, we gonna get to this motherfucker here. Oh, this motherfucker right here, man. If y'all made it to the 1 hour mark, we're gonna get to this nigga. Because I'm gonna tell you here and now, we at the 1 hour mark and I ain't done yet. I am not done with this video. We gonna get to this nigga. You just keep this pussy in the back of your mind. Keep him in the back of your mind. We'll get back to this punk ass nigga.
They getting overpriced and if you think an Asian boy go give you a boy deal, you crazy. Come on, if y'all think the Asian ain't over us, homie. If y'all think that Asian ain't them.
And if we don't think you a motherfucking plant, we're a fool. But then, ooh, that's okay. It's okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Keep this nigga in the forefront of your mind. We get back to this pussy.
So what I'm saying is, out of all the money that the black rappers spent with, what was the first boy name? Jacob the Jeweler, out of New York. Man, out of all the black, y'all mean all the money you done had, y'all done spent billions of dollars with these jewelers. According to y'all, $100,000, got five. Y'all done spent billions with these. Y'all couldn't find no nigga. We ain't never seen Johnny Dang put nobody on. Never. We ain't never seen Johnny Dang take what he get from our hip-hop culture.
Alongside scandals like this, we have other individuals whose problems stem from claims that their jewels are simply not what they're claiming that they are. Here, we have someone like Elliot Eliante, a high-end merchant who had an illustrious run of making chains and special items for some of the biggest stars in the game. But not everyone thinks he's on the level. Back in 2020, we have other individuals.
Kellogg's cornflakes.
Alongside scandals like this, we have other individuals whose problems stem from claims that their jewels are simply not what they're claiming that they are. Here, we have someone like Elliot Eliante, a high-end merchant who had an illustrious run of...
Notice what that is on the screen right there? The all-seeing eye inside of what looks like a diamond and the pyramid. Let me do something real quick, guys. Hold on. I should have been did this. My fault. Because the screen is not that clear on my end. I be forgetting to turn up the pixel when I be doing these videos for more clarity. I turn it down just for data savings, even though they don't touch none of my data. It's unlimited, but still, I be forgetting sometimes. But notice what you see on screen right there. You got your pyramid with your one eye in the middle, and that the one eye look like it's inside of a diamond. That's what that look like to me. But needless to say, that's what it's all about right there. And we're going to get into more videos like that too with this Masonic shit. But for right now, we just going to keep it to this bullshit fakery with these fucking niggas in this jewelry.
Making chains and special items for some of the biggest stars in the game. But not everyone...
It's me. Save me. Let me guess. Silicones? Sulfates?
Chains and special items for some of the...
My bad, guys. They killing my ass. They burning my ass up with these commercials. But I'm doing the best I can to take them out and shit. But yeah, they fucking me up. My bad. But we ain't done yet. We got some more shit to cover.
Biggest stars in the game. But not everyone thinks he's on the level. Back in 2020, Houston's eternally icy Sauce Walker claimed that Eliante is known for passing off CBD lab-grown diamonds as the real thing.
Oh no, you did not jump in my diamond business. Eliante, you BB diamond scamming artist. That's why Travis New York, and Trax New York, and the rest of them Judas be on your carbon vaccinated CBD diamond selling ass. First of all,
they can't be on his ass that bad if they still selling the shit. Here it is. It's another fucking person crime victim. How the fuck you a victim when your whole purpose of going out buying that shit was to create and foster an image that wasn't real to fucking begin with? Don't that sound like all these motherfucking rappers that was out here talking about toting guns and selling dope and bodies and all this shit ain't never done none of that? That's something else you can add to this shit. But our people ain't fake and phony. Here it is. Listen to me. Listen to me. And I want y'all to hear me well. The vast majority of these motherfuckers out here know these niggas ain't living these real lives, and they still listen to them anyway. Nigga, that's fake and phony. Case in point being Rick Ross. They still fuck with Rick Ross to this day, and everybody know that nigga fugazi like a motherfucker.
Let's just make this clear. See, I take out my Quavo and Mika. I got a relationship with them. They're like my brother. Like, you been on my DM, on my dick, still in my dream style for 4 years, and I say, don't you play these games. That is not no.
Do you hear this dumb shit that he talking? Do y'all not hear it?
The chain that you made for Wild Man take off. What is that? Infinity League chain wrapped around somebody's belt loop. We want to know why Uzi don't f you, want to know baby don't f you. All these rappers that got jewelry made for you, they didn't buy it because your diamonds is fake. As soon as they go to another jewelry, they put it in that machine, that X-ray machine, they show you these are CBD diamonds.
And then after they take it out of the machine and give it back to them, they go to buy some motherfucking jewelry from them motherfuckers, and they turn around and sell them some of the same fake motherfucking shit that they just pointed out was around their neck when they walked in. But yet somehow or another, our people still want to cry victim. Our people still want to pretend like they are fucking innocent. To this day, you still got our people who will not shine a true spotlight on this bullshit and explain to you exactly where it come from. You know where this come from? This come from the generation before them being fake and phony. This come from the generation before them looking the other way from shit when they shouldn't have. Ain't that a bitch? Because that still ties back to our own people. No matter how you shake it, you cannot get away from the fact it's your own people.
Never responded. It's notable that even after Sauce's rant went viral, he never sued him for slandering his business like that. This is where Gabriel Jacobs and Raffaello & Co. had a major problem after one of his biggest clients stepped out in something flagrantly fake. A few years back, Lil Baby was sitting at the Met Gala with a watch that he described as not the regular. Specifically a
Oh yeah, another nigga that went broke, by the way, but continue.
Patek Philippe Nautilus 4th anniversary. If it was real, this would be a very sought-after timepiece. But soon, the infamous fake watchbuster revealed it was anything but, featuring an array of errors. For one, it was the wrong shape and size of...
Now, you see how young the brother is. He young enough to be my child. So, you got degenerate-ass parents. You got a lot of these motherfucking rappers that are connected to other famous people. Right? Then you got motherfuckers that are plants. They purposely plant these motherfuckers to steer the youth. Because this is what they all doing. Like, let me give you an example. Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson has replaced Al Sharpton. They have replaced Jesse Jackson and shit. Them niggas are retired. That's why you don't hear from them like that no more. That's why you hear from motherfucking Umar Johnson before you hear from Al Sharpton. That's why Al Sharpton's show didn't last that long. That little bullshit show he had. That's why it didn't last that long. Al Sharpton is retired. Ain't nobody checking for him. All of the people in his generation that he wasn't able to trick, he ain't going to be able to trick. So they have to pass that baton because the generation is coming up behind them and so forth. So now in 2025, the reins have been passed to Umar Johnson. They have been passed to your motherfuckers like Tariq Nasheed, to motherfuckers like Rizza Islam, and all these other motherfuckers that are doing the dumb shit they doing. Motherfuckers like Young Pharaoh, because he's still out there doing stupid shit. It's been passed on to them to keep misleading the motherfucking people. You know how many of these little niggas that are in the rap game and shit right now who parents are Freemasons? Shit they won't talk about. Mama is an Eastern Star or some sort of sorority. Or the daddy or whatever's got some sort of background in Prince Hall or some sort of fraternity or something. They won't tell you that. Bam. Anyway, let's go. We're going to play a little bit more of this.
hands, and it also had a different date on its font. Lil Baby found out quick and was not having it. He hopped on Instagram and basically snapped, calling out Raffaello for trying to play him. In the now deleted post, he made it very clear that you should never hand him a fake, especially when real money is involved.
Then you jump on Instagram, you jump on Facebook, you jump on this, you jump on Twitter, you jump on your mama to say something. Can't get with the nigga in person. Can't draw down on the nigga in person and say, hey man, what's up with that? You got to take to Twitter. Some old bullshit. You got the fucking president of the United States going on Twitter letting it all hang out. Fuck out of here. Or whatever the fucked up goddamn sites that nigga be on. Every time you turn around, the FBI took to Twitter. Every time you turn around, your mama took to Twitter. Every time you turn around, Governor such and such took to social media. Sheriff such and such took to social media. Every time you fucking turn around.
To clean things up, Raffaello and Co. issued a full apology. They said they didn't properly inspect the piece before selling it. They took full responsibility, refunded him, and even threw him some free rings to make up for the embarrassment. But by then, the damage was already done. It was a loud reminder that even at the highest levels, artists are getting sold fakes. And the only reason it came to light was because Lil Baby posted it. If he hadn't, he might have walked around.
No, it only came to light because you got motherfuckers like me out here that's pointing this shit out. Because they were going to keep doing it as long as the public didn't know. Why? Because it was a part of their image to begin with. So if the public don't know, why say something? Why stir the turd if you don't have to? Like, wow, man. Okay, guys. If you made it to me this far, with me this far, there's going to be something else that we got to cover in regards to the fake and phoniness of our people. We have to start talking about these plants. These motherfucking subverters, sleeper cells, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I just say they some Masonic ass niggas that's on board with the bullshit. That's how I like to rationalize it. Because these people are not innocent to what it is they're doing. I don't give a fuck who it is. They're not innocent. At some point, their eyes are open to what's going on. And at that point, you have a decision to make. And I believe that that goes for everybody. Everybody. I don't give a fuck how rich and famous you are. But anyway, let's get into a motherfucker, man, that y'all know I really don't care about. And I had said I wasn't going to say this motherfucker's name again. But I found a video, which is what we finna get into now, that kind of also helps blow the doors off of what I've been saying about this chump ass nigga all along. And you all know this nigga as Charleston White. This video compelled me, the shit we finna cover on this content, fair use by the way, the shit we finna cover on this content right here is what motivated me to make the fucking video to begin with. So shout out to the people that made it this far. Shout out to the people who probably didn't watch it from beginning to end, but you know what I'm saying, they came back and watched it and finished it. Shout out to y'all, because we finna get into this bitch nigga. And I had said I wasn't gonna even make no more videos about this nigga. I knew what the fuck he was about the minute I saw him. But anyway, let's go.
Charleston White is one of the craziest people out there in the online sphere today. A police-loving, gangster-hating activist who isn't afraid to express his opinion. This is a man who's seen so much in his life.
And it's like, yeah, activists where? We don't need no more motherfucking activists. Weren't Al Sharpton and motherfucking Jesse Jackson and all these niggas activists? One Malcolm X an activist? One Martin Luther King? We don't need no more of that shit. Y'all, you can talk your fucking ass off. We don't need no more of that we shall overcome and wade in the water and march to Washington, D.C. shit. You get the fuck out of here. And that's the first thing I hear when I hear a motherfucker use the word activist. But anyway.
That he won't even appear on stream with someone like Aiden Ross without packing a weapon.
Yeah, listen. But I was just testing your security. That little young white boy, he ain't good enough. Can't stop. Yo! Can't stop, huh? Somebody can't bring no mace. No, I dropped it for you, nephew. Oh, what is it? No, it's yours a taser. I ain't gonna lie. Bring me one too. You can't.
Damn, you heard how ferocious he sounds? This man want to fight.
How many extra ones you got?
First and foremost, bro, just to make it clear, I will pull a blade out of my pocket and it will be a folding knife that will be so motherfucking vicious that one snap cut and his hand will fall off at the wrist and the taser will still be in his hand. I'm gonna say that one more time. One more time. That nigga pull some shit out like that and I will pull out a folding knife out of my pocket. And motherfuckers who know me would tell you, this nigga's not lying. I will pull a folding knife out of my pocket. Not just a knife, but a folding knife. I won't even give that nigga the credibility or the audacity to use a fixed blade. I will pull a motherfucking folding knife. One of many vicious ass folding knives that I own. I will pull that motherfucker out and cut his hand off from the wrist down. And when that shit hit the floor, the taser will still be in the clutches of his fucking hands. Straight up. Fuck this nigga up. He pulls some shit out like that on me. But anyway. Let's go. Oh my God, let's go.
And over his time in the spotlight, he's even veered into full Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks territory with some of his remarks.
Anywhere else in America? Yeah, where they got white people. Look like everybody know their place around here. Everybody mind their business. Do you feel more at home here or like inside of Nigeria?
I emphasize again.
Feel more at home here or like inside of Nigeria? Nigerians are ugly. I ain't ever seen a handsome Nigerian or a pretty Nigerian woman. This is Thames. She one of the most famous singers right now. You're a pass. Damn. I like light-skinned girls, really. Her forehead too big. Look, give me a Kardashian. Fuck a Nigerian, nigga. This is Arya Stark. She a famous...
He said give him a Kardashian. The Kardashians are men. 100%. Straight up. That's how deep Kanye is in that shit. That nigga went from me being in school with that nigga to being deep in that shit. The Kardashians are men. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's go.
Nigerian artist. Yeah. She might can get it. Would you ever move there? I wouldn't even visit Africa. They don't have no Chick-fil-A's out there. Smash or pass? Okay. First one we got Sexy Red. Pass. She just had an STD according to her baby daddy. Have you ever paid back in the day? No. Okay. You interested? No. Okay. You'll never run for president. You give up all your privacy. You like to get high, you can't sneak and get high.
Put all your dirty laundry out there, and they got nothing on you. Look at Bill Clinton.
Capable of producing memorable quotes at a moment's notice, the man also known as Rat Williams has become one of the most sought-after interviews in the entire game. But while you may think that he's just an amusing oddity of a guy, there's a much more sinister side to this man than you might have thought. In fact, both his past and present have proven that beneath the humor lurks his true nature and some unforgivable deeds that he's been behind in his life. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the dark side of Charleston White. Throughout his time in the public eye, Charleston has made a living off of shocking the public with his remarks. However, he's always maintained that there's a little exaggeration at play.
No, he has made his career off being a plant. Charleston White is another motherfucker that they have handed the reins to. Because these other motherfuckers have retired. Like Jesse Jackson. Like your Dr. Clark Andersons and your Henry Clarks and all these other motherfuckers that sold us out. They all sold us out. Why you think I keep naming these motherfuckers? Why you think I keep naming motherfuckers like Ali and motherfucking people like Jim Brown and all these other motherfuckers? Why you think I keep saying that shit? Allegedly, we owned everything. Remember? Every time I see how great our people used to be, all I do is use that as a way to explain how it's all our fault. So y'all might as well stop showing me great history shit about how our people used to be and oh, they're so magnificent and and all this bullshit like how they claim we used to be. Because the more and more that shit you show me, the more and more you prove my point that this is our fault and we transferred wealth, aka / sold each other the fuck out. Nobody talks about that.
It's really just his true personality ramped up.
I reflect. What most people see me, man, is a reflection of our communities, right? The reflection of what we see on social media. A bunch of bullshit, some entertainment, some foolishness. So I'm all that in one. So why should I apologize when I'm reflecting our communities and then I'm speaking against the things that hurt our communities, and then in real life, I'm working to repair the harm of our.
First and foremost, pay attention to his jacket. He got the sun ray over there. He got a pyramid on his left shoulder, or right shoulder, excuse me. I don't really want to make this video about that because I wasn't trying to bring the Masonic shit into it yet, because that's the most stuff I'm gonna save for down the in the future. Because a lot of our people don't realize just how much of a problem that shit is. A lot of motherfuckers still to this day won't acknowledge that one of the single solitary sources of the bullshit that plague our community that's affecting us is the Black Masonic Order. Some more shit nobody wants to talk about. Don't want to talk about that shit. These dumbass Eastern Stars and sorority brides. These stupid ass Prince Hall niggas and all this bullshit. Motherfucker don't want to talk about that shit. School Days told you what we was on back then. Don't fucking tell me we didn't sell each other out. The whole goddamn movie was about the initiation into the Masonic Order. And they dressed the motherfucking movie up as, oh, look at our people, we got our chest stuck on our skull. Well, that contradicts everything if they said we owned everything. That means we had our own schools. So when the HBCs came along, there had to be some bullshit, right? Right? Then the HBCs start popping up when Henry Minton came up with the boule and all this other bullshit. A fucking half-breed ass nigga. From what I've seen with him, he was a fucking mulatto. Or what you would call today biracial. Some more shit, we gonna get into that. I'm gonna lay the interracial shit for another day. I don't want to make that, I don't want to insert that into this video. We gonna, because until a motherfucker can explain to me how, if it wasn't for the psychological warfare that they did on us in music, TV shows, and movies, when it came down to disproportionating our people and separating us and making the white folks and their families on shows and movies look good and making the black folks' families on shows and movies look bad, if you can explain to me how that had nothing to do with the psychological state of our mind that drove us into the arms of other cultures of people, until you can explain me that had nothing to do with that, you can shut the fuck up about how I feel about interracial dating. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it slowly. For decades and generations, they have disproportionated our people when it come down to movies, TV shows, talk shows, radio, music, disrespecting our people, disrespecting our women, propping up other cultures of women. You got a goofy ass show like Good Times where this nigga can't never do shit. His wife got to fucking fix everything. He can't hold a job. He can't defend. He can't do shit. And that's all the fuck they gave you. And even Esther Roll had a problem with some of the writing. Even John Amos came out and admitted he didn't really want too cool on some of the shit with the writing. Go back to the story they told about how they killed him off on the show. He wasn't happy. Esther Roll wasn't happy about a lot of that shit. And what do? What do? We kept on that path. Well, what you mean, original Lone Wolf? We kept taking them type of roles. We kept taking them type of fucking roles. Here it is, you got a motherfucker like Samuel Jackson in the Django. He's been a practical whore for, what's the nigga name? The fucking director, what's that nigga's name? Goddamn. Oh man, he made From Dusk to Dawn and shit. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's been a whore for that nigga in his movies. This is what we do. We accept that kind of shit. Everybody love Raymond, but everybody hate Chris. Here it is. Everybody loved Raymond. Everybody was cool. They weren't worried about no financial problems or nothing like that. Here it is. Everybody hate Chris Terry Crews owned the goddamn building they living in, and they still struggling. They still fucked up. They still robbing Peter to pay Paul and all this other fuck. In the motherfucking movies, we can't do shit right. Like I was saying about John Amos and Good Time. We can't do nothing right. Then they show us movies, motherfucking Latinos coming in sweeping our women off their feet. And we tolerate that shit. You got the sister that played a role. What was the motherfucking movie that Sanaya Lathan made? I forgot the name of the movie. She's fucking with some nigga. His name was Cartwright or something. She's fucking with this nigga. And I know I'm getting off topic. I'm going to get back. She fucking with this nigga, had a baby with this nigga, and all this other bullshit. She ended up losing her real husband who thought that the boy was his child. She ended up losing him and the nigga she was having the side relationship with. Even to the point to where that nigga wife came up and told her that nigga will never be with you. You'll never be me, bitch. It's like, wow, really? This is what we do. And men do the same shit. You got Tyrese playing in movies like Baby Boy and shit. Nigga can't get up, get a job. He don't know how to fucking act right. He don't fucking take care of shorty like that. He a goddamn mama's boy. He just can't fucking do nothing. For decades and generations, they've been making it seem like in TV shows, radios, talk shows, movies, that it's better for us to be with somebody else of our own kind, other than our own kind. We had a nice little run with the Cosby Show, maybe Family Matters, and that was it. After that, it was all downhill when it came down to shit. Here it is, they gave us the Martin Show, and although how funny it was, we never got no lesson from that. We didn't learn anything from Martin. We didn't learn anything from that. It wasn't nothing like the Cosby Show. It wasn't even nothing like Good Times, because at least like in Good Times, they stayed together. You know what I'm saying? I'll give them credit for that. You know what I'm saying? They did make the father of Good Times out to be like he was some slow-ass, weak-ass nigga. I'm talking about the character. They did do that. But at least they stuck together. They were together as a family. So you got to throw that in there. At least they were together. Shit. At the Family Matters and motherfucking Cosby Show, that was it. Because A Different World wasn't on shit. A Different World was a spinoff of School Days, if you ask me. All it was about that Masonic ass bullshit and going to these prepped up ass, puss ass, fucking so-called all black fucking colleges to get fucked in your ass as initiation to be in a sorority or a motherfucking fraternity. So even that wasn't shit. And then let's look at all the sellouts that was in that show. Look at a lot of the sellouts that was on the Cosby Show too, because a lot of them niggas were sellouts. You got to remember, a lot of those people that played the roles on those shows were very famous. Like Claire Huxtable's parents. Those are some famous motherfuckers. They had already been in TV, and I think they did music or some old shit. They were already famous. Do some research on back in those days, back with the actor Ruby Dee and her husband, and back in those days in Harlem and shit. Do some research on that shit, man. We have to stop this shit. And that's the only reason why I went off on that tangent. But I've been itching to get back to this nigga. Ever since I seen the video, I've been itching to do this. So let me get back to this clown. And I apologize for that little 10-minute rant. But I had to get that shit out. I had to, because nobody else is really talking about it.
No, I ain't apologizing for a fucking thing. But not everyone sees him as just this harmless entity on social media who's using outrageousness to spread the word about his community activism. In fact, he majorly splits his opinion with some people, refusing to forget about some of the most horrifying things he's ever done. If you genuinely like Charleston White and tune into his lives every time he's up, there's something wrong with you. This man has said every degenerate evil thing imaginable, and he still gets support. Crazy. While others think he's simply a source of entertainment.
And at the end of the day, too, none of this shit helps our fucking people. You know what I'm saying? At least I provide solutions. I told y'all I would. And I told y'all they wouldn't be easy solutions. There wouldn't be some shit that, motherfuckers would just be on board with doing. They're very difficult things to do. This is the reason for why, you know what I'm saying, people like Tommy Sotomayor shouldn't be where he is. Right along with a lot of other people that just completely put down their own motherfucking people. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of motherfuckers who are doing PR moves and shit. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Tariq Nasheed's wife or whoever is not supposed to be a melanated woman. If I'm not mistaken, somebody drop down the comment section and check me if I'm wrong. But yet you talking all this shit about your women and this, that, and the other. And then not only that, you started out with the goddamn shit about Arda Mackin, how to play bitches, how to pimp bitches. It's like, come on, man. And this is who we have as our fucking role models. Like, Malcolm X was right about that. He just should have threw Tariq Nasheed in there. Like, yeah, man, you're going to have a nigga go from being a pimp and shit to being a motivational speaker to going to telling y'all niggas who y'all is and who y'all ain't. And all. You know, that's the only thing Malcolm left out when he brought that up about how we let sports figures and entertainers and shit be our role models. You let motherfuckers like Umar Johnson, who go from Jermaine Shoemaker to Umar Johnson. He's a fucking shoemaker, man. And this is who we choose to have as our people that's going to be the motherfuckers that lead us out of this. When you should be relying on self-preservation.
Natural-born comedian. So what exactly are those people who are so concerned about his influence on the public, referring to him when they say that he shouldn't have a platform? Well, for starters, let's go back to the incident that started his entire journey from ex-con to motivational speaker. Because now, it turns out that he handled it in a way that's turning off even some of his biggest supporters.
September 16th, I ran away from home, and I went on a crime spree. September 18th.
Now, y'all listen to this bullshit that he finna say. Let me back up, because I want y'all to hear this. Let me go back. Listen.
What exactly are those?
Listen to what he finna say. These commercials getting on my nerve, but I'm doing everything in my power to stay on top of them. But listen to what he about to say. Listen to the shit that's finna come out of this motherfucker's mouth. And then you drop down in the comment section and tell me what the fuck you think. Because I'm about to tell y'all what I think after y'all hear him say this shit.
People who are so concerned about his influence on the public, referring to him when they say that he shouldn't have a platform. Well, for starters, let's go back to the incident that started his entire journey from ex-con to motivational speaker. Because now, it turns out that he handled it in a way that's turning off even some of his biggest supporters.
September 16th, I ran away from home, and I went on a crime spree. September 18th, that crime spree led to a guy by the name of Michael Levy losing his life. So, man, I just wanted to steal some jackets so I can have me a starter jacket to wear at Tingles. All I had to do was go home, man, and ask my mama to buy me one. There was a white guy.
So all you had to do was go home and ask your mother to buy you a starter jacket, and you didn't do that. Was it because they was killing motherfuckers for him back then? Because you get your shit knocked back for a fresh pair of Jordans, and I'm talking about the ones, the original ones. Troop jackets and starter jackets. Motherfucker kill your ass in Chicago for that. And take the shit right off your feet. The shoes still be warm inside. This is no joke. Take the coat right off of your motherfucker there. Motherfucker, make sure they shoot you in the head too. And try to hurry up and take the fucking coat off so they don't get no blood on it. Yeah. Motherfucker pop out on your motherfucking ass with your whole family with you and stick a gun in your face. And you take that troop jacket off. That starter jacket off. So here it is. Your mama had the ability to buy it for you, but you just decided to go out with some of your dumbass friends and y'all gonna go steal it, right? Okay, let's continue the story.
Name of Michael Levy in the parking lot working on his car. And so he saw what was happening, saw us running out, and tried to thwart us, tried to stop us from stealing those jackets. He ran, jumped on top of the car, started hitting the windshield. Glass was shattering in my friend's face. I handed him the gun and instructed him to shoot Mr. Levy. He shot.
So was this after he got the glass out of his face and out of his eyes? And then you said the windshield was shattering. What was this guy? Was he on the hood of the car? Was he on the roof of the car? What was he using to shatter this windshield? He said it's a windshield. Was it the back windshield that he shattered, or was it the front windshield? There's so many holes in the story, it's fucking ridiculous. Because we already know if it's the front windshield that he's talking about, ain't no shattering with that. Even to this motherfucking day, the only motherfucking thing that I know that can really shatter or go through a front windshield is the spark plug. To this day, that's the only motherfucking thing I know that'll do it. Right? Then if you drive cars like the ones I drive where they double and triple pane the windows, not just the front windshield, but all of the windows. They double and triple pane the windows. Like if you're driving, like Acuras, Lexuses, like certain Cadillacs and BMWs and shit, they double and triple pane those windows to cancel out noise cancellation. So it'd be more quieter in the inside of the car. You know what I'm saying? Like my car is 10 years old. It's a full-blown luxury car. And we could be in my car driving down the road right now with no radio on, having a full-blown conversation in the car, and you can't hear shit. Nothing other than us talking. You can't hear nothing outside. And it's because of the way they've insulated those windows and the way they've insulated like the doors and all this other shit. So when you talk about shattering, it's like, what the fuck windshield did he shatter? The windshield I know of is the front one. Well, normally, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but you know, I went to school to fix cars. I speak a certain language. So when you talk about windshield, the average motherfucker, especially if you went to school to fix cars, he gonna be thinking about the front windshield. So how the fuck did you shatter that? And if he was shattering that shit, how is it that this is the person the motherfucker that's getting the glass in his face from the windshield shattering, that's the person you had the gun to and tell to shoot? Why didn't you shoot him? Why would you hand the gun to a motherfucker who getting glass all in his face and in his hair and in his ass and shit? And in his eyes and shit? Why would you hand him the firearm and tell him to shoot the motherfucker? Just don't sound right to me. But anyway, let's go.
Mr. Levy, we drove away laughing.
This story here is one you've likely heard before. It's the one which took him from small-time crook to Rolling 60s member before he renounced gang life and dedicated himself to keeping the youth.
So he was a fucking murderer. He's a Rolling 60 gang member. And yet he get to be on YouTube with a 50 caliber rifle? Now I know I've heard that you can't get your gun rights back after you lost them or this, that, and the other. And the only thing that I can say to you in that regards is, I guess that must have been what he did. But anyway, continue.
Making the same mistakes as him. But while he insisted that everyone involved cooperated with the cops to a certain extent, Charleston, who spent 12 years in prison, insisted that he wasn't a snitch.
There be paperwork on the snitch, homie. It ain't no rat without no paperwork. It ain't no such thing as an anonymous snitch. February of 2020, homie, last year.
I'm gonna replay that. Let me say that again. Let him say that again.
Everyone involved cooperated with the cops to a certain extent. Charleston, who spent 12 years in prison, insisted that he wasn't a snitch.
There be paperwork on the snitch, homie. It ain't no rat without no paperwork. It ain't.
Well, what is a confidential paid informant? In most cases, in a lot of cases, confidential paid informants are protected, meaning you don't get to know their identity. And I'm talking about this is in real life. They do everything in their power to protect the motherfucker that's snitching on me, especially if they really getting info. Like he not like fucking the FBI around or nothing like that. He not trying to waste their time or nothing. He actually giving them solid info. Yeah, they'll protect you. Yeah. So what you fuck you mean ain't no paperwork on no informant? What are you talking about? What is a confidential informant? What is a paid confidential informant? You know, they still out here paying crackheads and shit for information. You do know that, right? Y'all do know that, right? I'm talking about on the streets of Chicago right now. The police is still paying crackheads for information. Don't listen to this man. The nigga that you see on screen right here, do not listen to this man. That's my solution. Don't listen to him.
No such thing as an anonymous snitch. February of 2020, homie, last year, I got with Dallas Global and a few other media outlets. So I put out a little old reward, man, $25,000 reward, man. But homie, I ain't no informant. I ain't no. That's internet talk, right?
But through new footage emerging, it seems there's more to the story than meets the eye. These days, Charleston has maintained that they never steered away from the fact that he's on the side of the informants.
Is that snitching?
If it is, I hope it is. I want to snitch. I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling, snitching, I want to do it. And I want to make it cool to do it.
See, you hear that? You hear this goofy motherfucker? So I guess he's lost sight of what a snitch is or what a rat is. He's lost sight of that. There's only two ways you could be a snitch or a rat, people. And share this with the youngsters too so they can understand this. There's only two real ways to be a snitch or a rat. There's only two ways. One, y'all all go out to commit a crime. You're the only one that get caught. And you tell on the ones that didn't get caught. You ratted them out. That's a snitch. The only other fucking way that you could be a rat or a snitch is if You doing dirt with other niggas, right? But you got some other shit on the side over here. You get popped off for that and you tell on them over there to save your own ass, right? Let me give you an example. Remember the movie Goodfellas, the iconic movie Goodfellas that everybody loves so much? Let me use that movie as an example. Remember when Ray Lolita first started selling dope? Remember? Paulie told that nigga, bro, don't fuck with that shit. Don't be around it. Don't bring it around us. Don't be anywhere near it. I don't want to hear about you selling that shit. Remember? Remember he told Henry Hill that? Henry Hill, okay, Paulie, okay, all right, I got you. Soon as Paulie back was turned, Henry Hill like, man, fuck that. This nigga got me fucked up. It's too much money out here, man. These motherfucking streets is loaded. And what did he do? He started getting this shit in from Pittsburgh or wherever the fuck he said in the movie where he was getting it from. And he out there slanging dope. The same shit Paulie told him not to do. Here it is. Not too long after that, the police, FBI, whoever, they get on to him. They surveilling him the whole 9 yards. The minute they get enough evidence to go against him for the dope charges, they move in on him. And what do Henry Hill do? The first thing he do is start telling on his mans in them for all the past shit that they were involved in or that he had solid information about that they did to save his own ass. Those are the only two ways you can be a snitch. Now, a third way would be if you promise not to tell. You didn't necessarily have nothing to do with it, but you knew they were going to do it and you promised you wouldn't tell. I guess that would be the third way. But outside of that, those are the only ways you could be a snitch. Anything outside of that is a witness. Period. Because even motherfucking confidential paid informers and them crackheads and this, that, and the other, them motherfuckers are snitches. Because they know firsthand what these motherfuckers are doing. They don't try to stop them. They've done shit themselves. They crackheads. They done stole shit, petty theft, all kind of dumb shit. You done shit yourself. You done sat up there and stole shit and forged shit and did all kind of bank scams and shit for your mans and them that's selling you the crack. And then you turn around and you be a confidential informant. That's a snitch. Period. But those are the only ways. So what this nigga talking about in regards to how he want to be a snitch and this, that, and the other, it don't work like that. Because ain't nobody going to let you in on the scam. That's number one. If you're not in on the scam, then that means you can't participate in the scam. At least in a way to where you could be considered an accessory. So again, like I tell y'all, don't listen to this nigga, man. This motherfucker is a clown. He's a 100% clown. He call us black. He talk about this slave shit and associated with us. He talk about we from Africa and all this other shit. The nigga's a 100% plant. He call us Africans and all this other shit. The nigga is a modern day Jesse Jackson. Period.
There's no honor amongst thieves. So why do I have to be honorable amongst thieves? Why? We all criminals and crooks. Why do I have to be honorable amongst y'all? Man, no, I don't want to. Everybody play by them rules, lose.
However, it turns out that with newly resurfaced footage, he was talking from first-hand experience. Because as it turns out, he snitched on every co-defendant, and even wound up on the 10 o'clock news as a 14-year-old.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently. Doolittle is accused of gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving.
But he said that he handed him the gun. Now, y'all heard that? It was kind of low. It was low on my end, too. It wasn't nothing I could do to make it louder. He said he pulled the hammer back on the gun. And then the chick said, then what did he do after that? He said he fired it. But this was the same gun that he said he handed to the friend that had the glass flying all in his face and shit. Like, what's up with that? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I've been in the fucking streets. So that shit, that just don't sound right. It just don't sound right. Hell, I've been shot before. And that shit just don't sound right. So, but anyway.
Attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and two other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991.
In the footage, he even recalled what they said to one another after it all went down to acquire a lighter sentence.
So look, you shot him.
What did he do? Levy had been married only 4 days when he was shot.
But I always had my dreams of my Prince Charming. I found him. And it's hard to believe, but I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
White will be testifying against all 3 of his buddies in exchange for a maximum sentence of 12 years.
It's time to make purchasing.
A juvenile judge reduced the charge from capital murder to murder against Doolittle, so the teenager faces from 5 years to life in prison if he's found guilty.
Where everyone seemed intent to let him tell on gangbangers in real time today, the fact that he snitched on everyone in a crime he also committed is the final straw for some people. But others...
Again, as I've told you all before, they prop and push these people up, right? Because the first question you got to ask yourself before I get into that, first question you got to ask yourself, where the fuck did he come from? How did he become so popular now? Like, there's a little segment in this very same video, and I don't know if we're going to get down to that far or exactly where it's at, but it talks about, this shows where he was on Vlad doing an interview. Where did he come from? Right? Now, they saying that some people on the internet are saying now that they know that he snitched on all his other homies and shit, that's like the final straw to this bullshit that he doing with this attack on these rappers and shit that he be going after, right? It's because we take everything somebody else tells us at face value first, and it take us years, sometimes decades later, before we realize, wait a minute, there's something to this motherfucker. And it's because we are too driven off what we see with our eyes. And we're too caught up on how something or someone else makes us feel. So we don't get to take the shit or look at it from face value until after some of their panache has worn off. But then you have people like myself that's been trying to tell you from day one, like, because it's like, I didn't even know who the fuck he was. Motherfuckers was saying his name, Charleston White. Who the fuck is this nigga? And, you know, like I always do, when something piqued my interest or if I'm a little curious, I go and I do my research. I type the nigga up on YouTube, and the first video I clicked on, I'm talking about within 5 minutes, I was done with him. It took me 5 minutes to tell you what Charleston White was really about. That's record breaking right there. I was able to practically take one look at that nigga and be like, nah. But I gave him a chance. I heard him out. I listened to about 4 or 5 minutes of that shit. I was done with that nigga. I was done. It take you motherfuckers too long to get onto the scam. That is a problem. And the reason for why it's a problem is they running the same fucking play every time. That's what makes it a problem. That's what make motherfuckers stupid. They keep running the same reverse play. Every snap, hike, and he run a reverse. Or every snap is like Tecmo Bowl. Every snap you playing with the Bears and shit, and you throw that one pass all the way down the field, touchdown every fucking time. Every time. That's one thing Tecmo Bowl was known for. You pick the Bears, it was over with. I think the Bears in Miami or some shit. But yeah, they running the same play every fucking time. That's what make niggas so fucking stupid. That's what make niggas so goddamn pathetic. He's no better than the motherfuckers that he talk about. And then not only that, here it is, you're an ex-con for murder. You did 12 motherfucking years. How many motherfucking niggas you know get to do shit like that and get out and, you know, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I got a cousin that did 17 straight years for a murder and an attempt. Right? 17 straight fucking years. He got out. That motherfucker don't know his name. You understand? This is a relative, man. This is my fucking uncle's son. Was in prison. He did 17. Altogether, them niggas got like 100 and some motherfucking years. Because it was him and a couple other motherfuckers for the shit that they did. Now, this is a relative. This is my mama's brother. Son. 17 fucking years for the shit he did. It was a murder and an attempt. The one motherfucker they tried to kill lived. That's how they got caught, actually, as a matter of fact. That person's lived. The other person died, the other person lived. 17 motherfucking years. He got out, don't nobody know his motherfucking name. He ain't running around here talking about he a motivational speaker, making all his motherfucking money, sitting down talking fucking Vlad and shit. Where did this nigga come from if they didn't plant him?
Are still on the belief that he did what was right, even if it meant throwing his friends under the bus. Well, they really tried to suppress this, cause I always knew he ratted, but I never had the proof. He didn't rat, he told the truth. He did the right thing. Bro, this is the definition of snitching. He did a crime with someone and that crime escalated to murder. It doesn't matter if he knew they were going to kill someone that day. When you agree to participate in criminal activity, you take whatever may happen in the act. You can't
Yep, that's 100% true. I got caught up in some shit where I was the only person that got caught. I didn't tell. Now, it wasn't a murder. It didn't go that far. But it was some shit that, you know what I'm saying, they give you a nice chunk of time for today. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't go to prison back then, because I was young. I was 15 when I did it. You know what I'm saying? But I got involved in some shit. Fucking around and shit on some money shit. It was very similar to the shit that Charleston White was talking about, except nobody died. You know what I'm saying? Nobody died and I was the only one that got caught. That's the only real difference. And the fact that I didn't tell, that's the other thing. But like dude said in the post, that's how it is. You got to take that shit and keep it gangster. How it come. Yeah, you didn't intend to kill no motherfucking body, but as a result of it, somebody died at your hands because of what it is you did. You supposed to charge that to the motherfucking game. Period. That's the bottom fucking line to go to show y'all niggas that forgot about how to be in the streets. Niggas have been plagued down with so much motherfucking fake phony shit, like all the fake ass jewelry we was just talking about a minute ago, and all the fake ass cars that niggas think they be having and they really don't. Niggas have been so watered down with that fucking shit that they don't even fucking realize this ain't the real streets, man. This is the Matrix streets. This shit only happened in the streets in the Matrix. On the streets in real life, that shit'll never stand. No different than Debo and Friday. Debo would have never been walking around by himself out there knocking motherfuckers out talking about that's my bike punk and this, that, and the other. And he ain't got a whole squad behind him? You crazy as hell. Debo would have got his fucking brains blown out in the Bronx. They'd have killed his ass, guaranteed. Go to certain parts of Jersey or Philadelphia or something, them niggas would have killed Debo. You got life fucked up. That's not how it works. I know of a situation that happened here in Chicago to go to show you how motherfuckers live a fake and phony life. Listen to this shit. Back in the day, back in my early mid-20s, I know a motherfucker got to another motherfucker, dude whooped his ass. The one guy whooped the other nigga's ass. And, you know, fight was over with. Motherfuckers went their separate ways. You know, dude took his shit on the chin and went on about his business. Every day after that, dude would run up on him. He'd taunt him. He'd fuck with him and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And that went on for a little minute. The nigga that whooped him, you know what I'm saying? That went on for a little minute. And then one day, he ran up on that motherfucker on that bullshit, dude killed him. Straight up. That shit happened right over there on 69th and like Artesian. 69th and Artesian or Campbell or some shit like that. Yep. On the south side of Chicago, right off of 69th and Western. Yeah, killed his ass. The nigga took what you gave him on the chin. Y'all got into a fight, you got the best of him. Y'all niggas went y'all separate way. My man took it. All right, I lost. Bam. We going about our business. And every day after that, you started running up on that man like you king shit. Buddy killed his ass. Killed him. To go to show you that Debo only exists in the streets and the movies. Straight up. It's this fake, phony-ass motherfucking shit be the reason for why people get so entangled. And now here's the weird, funny part about it. Motherfuckers still listening to these niggas. They still listening to him. You know why? Because Charleston White is there to fucking sabotage and skull fuck the youth. He's not there for me and you. He's not there for the motherfucker. Like, I'm 48 years old. He's not there for me and motherfuckers that's older. That's not what he's there for. He's there for the motherfuckers that's 15, 16 years old. He's there to subvert them. That's his job. I don't give a fuck what you say.
dictate what your co-defendants are going to do or not do. You are the mercy of the decisions of the people you commit crimes with. Despite everything that's gone down and how it's changed some people's opinions of him, Charleston maintained that he still doesn't care, and now that he's got money, the whole thing is irrelevant.
I think you said we saw the snitch video. So everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just as you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing.
See? I thought he was a motivational speaker. He wasn't talking like that before he got rich. See? I'm gonna rewind that shit. Oh my God. Listen to this pussy shit.
Charleston maintained that he still doesn't care, and now that he's got money, the whole thing is irrelevant.
I think you said we saw the snitch video. So everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just as you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing.
He say so, everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. He said it still don't change the fact, Jesse, that you broke. It still don't change the fact that I'm rich. What more y'all need me to say, man? What more do you guys need me to say about this bitch ass, about our people now? Because I know I'm talking about Charleston White right now, but I'm talking about our people in general, man. What more do you want me to say, man? Now do you see why I don't take donations? Now do you see why I don't want to monetize? I'm not trying to be corrupt like that. I mean, damn, man. I'm not trying to do people like that. I really ain't. This nigga don't give a fuck. He's a plant. Here it is. He over here talking about, goddamn it, he went out with his homies to go to the place to steal the starter jackets when he could have just went home and asked his mother to buy him one, right? That mean you stunting, bro. That mean you living that fake gangster life. Here it is. The vast majority of the motherfucking little niggas that would have went in the store to do that can't go home and ask their mama to buy them that shit because their mama ain't got it. Especially back then. Because this was back in the late 80s, early 90s, what he talking about. I'm talking about the mid 80s, the late 80s. Up through like the early 90s with these starter jackets and these troop jackets and shit, man. Like I said, I know exactly what he talking about. They was blowing motherfuckers away. You could get your fucking head knocked off for a starter jacket. Motherfucker would jump your ass and pound you into the fucking ground and take that jacket from you in Chicago. And the vast majority of our mothers and fathers couldn't afford that fucking shit. The vast majority of the little niggas that was out there selling dope and, doing all that shit to buy them, the vast majority of their motherfucking parents couldn't buy them that shit. But here it is. You can go home and ask your mama to buy it and she would have bought it. He didn't say his daddy. He didn't say his parents. He said his mama. So you living this fake, phony ass motherfucking life, my guy, and you out here talking about these other motherfuckers, man. Like, wow, man, this is where we at today, man. We are so fucked up. We are so fucked up as a people. There's no way in hell people should still be listening to him. And the people who understand what I know and see about this motherfucker, it's appalling for us to see the other people who don't get it. And it's like how I said, it's the fucking youth that he's targeting. That's who he wants. Between 13 and like 25, 28 years old, those are the motherfuckers that he want. I say from like 12, 13 up to like 30. That's who he want. That's who he trying to subvert. What the fuck part of subversion is real that y'all don't understand, man? And then what will be crazy too? You look into a motherfucker like him and you'll discover he got like some sort of sociology training or psychology training or this, that, and the other. You be surprised. But anyway, we're going to play a little bit more in this. I'm going to get out of here. This is probably one of the longest videos I've made in years, man. God damn. But anyway, this shit needed to be talked about. And I really want to dive into this nigga. I really do. But the damn video is already at 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing. Yeah,
and you know the reason why it don't change nothing, y'all? Because the hearts and minds of men and women are corrupt.
Ain't nothing. We seen the snitch video. So, everybody's seen it before you seen it. It used to be on the news. I keep telling y'all, I made the news before. All what y'all doing, people I already seen. So what you seen it? You think they gonna stop booking me? You think they gonna stop interviewing me? You think people gonna stop? No, You still gonna be poor, and I'm still gonna be rich and famous.
See that? Because that's what it was about to begin with, subverting the masses. It was never about him delivering a positive message. Remember at the beginning of the video, they were saying something about he went from ex-con to being a motivational speaker. There's nothing motivational about the shit that just came out of his fucking mouth. What just came out of his mouth is treason. What Tariq Nasheed is doing is treason. What Umar Johnson and the motherfuckers is doing is treason. We have no code for treason. We used to. We used to. We do not have a code for backstabbers, man. And that code should be simple. There's nowhere on this earth you can hide that will prevent us from reaching out and touching your ass for treason. We don't have that. The Masonic Order got it. You go against them some bitches and it's off with your head almost instantaneously. They'll kill your ass and bury you in the same motherfucking day. Have your funeral and everything in the same goddamn day. They'll kill your motherfucking ass and you won't find out this nigga was dead for 3 weeks later. They have it. The military have it. The police departments have it. The judges have it. You know what I'm saying? Like the lawyers and all of them, the bar associations, they all have it. Pale-skinned people have it. Latinos have it. Asians have it. We the only motherfucking people that do not have a code for treason. And what you is hearing coming out this man's mouth is treason.
In all likelihood, Charleston is probably right in this case. Because unless people like Sean Cotton, who've interviewed him time and time again, decide that they won't be giving him a platform anymore, or until the views drop off, it simply won't matter. And when you really get...
And that's the fucking problem. It's like I told y'all once before. By law, by rights, you can't take away his platform. You can't take away his ability to speak. But you can. You can, but you can't. You can't physically do it. You can't sabotage him. You can't defraud him. That's all crimes. You can't force him by putting your hand over his mouth for shit. That's all a crime. But you can shut that motherfucker up by not listening to him. You can shut him up and the son of a bitch that booked him to come on your fucking shit. You can shut them both up at the same goddamn time by not listening. This is the reason for why y'all keep hearing me tell y'all, man, I don't want to hear shit about no fake Jew. I don't want to hear shit about no Latinos and Asians. I don't want to hear it, man. I'm about to get ready and shut this video down. I can't believe I made it to the 2-hour mark with this. I really want to keep going. I really, really do, but I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry, man. But yeah, I'm not saying again, like these Asians haven't wronged us. They haven't, because they're all pariahs. They fucking leeches. A culture vulture is a cancer. And that's what most of these motherfuckers are. They're culture vultures. That make them a cancer. Right? And I'm admitting it, man. I'm not saying that these people ain't done nothing wrong. I'm not saying, you know, like the bullshit scandals that's surrounding Jerusalem and Israel and all of that stuff. I'm not saying it ain't real. I've been saying that to y'all for the longest. I'm not saying that shit don't have a place under the guillotine. What I'm saying is it'd be long before we too fucking ahead of ourselves. You know why? Because we ain't did nothing about these niggas. You can't fucking put the cart before the horse.
Consider everything else that he's gotten away with, it's likely that the story of him snitching long ago won't make a great deal of difference. Because when you look back, this is far from the only thing he's done, which hints to the true darkness that resides within him. When Charleston discusses his issues with gangs, rappers, and everything in between, it's always through the lens that he wants to do what's best for his community.
A lot of people on the internet like to say you're racist, like you don't like black people.
The black people don't like black people. Who all the rappers talking about killing? How they gonna say I'm racist when I don't never say let's kill us? The rap nigga, every song he make is about killing a black person. Who more racist than a rapper? Who more racist than a rapper?
However, what his defenders generally miss out is that he seems to have deep disdain for every other community. In fact, to be frank, Charleston is a racist. Across the course of his countless rants online, Charleston has unveiled a whole host of prejudices which have proven that he can't exactly be the role model that some like to.
They said two words in that. They said racist and they said prejudice. I'm not even finna go into breaking that shit down. Those are not synonyms. When you look up the synonym of a racist, it's not prejudice. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Among the races that have come under the most fire from Charleston is the Asian community, who he has subjected to straight up hate speech.
I don't eat Chinese food. Only time I ever wanted some Chinese food was at a bathhouse. Chinese second aid. I wouldn't dare. Yeah. Chinese people ain't so good. Yeah, I eat Chinese people. Shit, I don't give a fuck about China, man. I eat Chinese people. I think Chinese stores should be robbed. I think Chinese women should be brutally.
Okay, so now, if you all don't see the controversy in that, right? If you all don't see that controversy is what sells. That's what gives you the platform. That's what gives you the notoriety. If you all don't see that, man, I just wasted my fucking time making this 2-hour video. That's all y'all listening to right there. That type of shit sells. I bet you any of my motherfucking money, Charleston White is in bed with Asian people. Bet money on it. And it may not necessarily be literally, but it's figuratively. Bet money on it. Because that's the way it works. Because our peoples feel a certain kind of way about what he's saying. And then the Chinese people who hear that, they feel a certain kind of way about what it is that they're saying. And then everybody goes off onto this tangent, giving their energy to what he said. And that's where the money come in at. That's where the notoriety and it went viral. That's where all that comes from. So if anybody don't see the game that's being playing with the shit he just said right there, you a damn fool. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to rewind it so you can hear him say it again. This is subversion, which you all are hearing.
I wouldn't dare. Yeah. Chinese people ain't so good. Yeah, I eat Chinese people. Shit, I don't give a fuck about China, man. I eat Chinese people. I think Chinese stores should be robbed. I think Chinese women should be brutally by big, well-hung black men that hate Chinese women. Fuck China, Mac. I think Chinese babies should be nigga and kids use as alligator bait.
A move that really...
But you over here putting down your own people that are supposed to be gang members and drug dealers. You don't see the controversy in how it sell? This is how he got rich. This is how. Because people eat this shit up. And although they know what this nigga's about, they come back for more. That's where the energy come in at. That energy turn into money. There's value in that energy that you are displacing when you are feeding into this bullshit. This is the reason why motherfucker be talking about Charleston White. I be looking like, Charleston White? Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be kidding me. This nigga's a fucking clown.
Feathers among the Asian community, it was a scenario which China Mac was ready to throw hands over.
Saw this video this clown Charleston White just made, right? And before I go any further, let me say this. Let me make this very clear. Charleston White don't speak for all black people. He don't. This ain't a black and Asian thing. This is a Charleston White thing. So we gonna keep it on Charleston White. Charleston White, you a bitch, right? You got a lot of foul stuff to say about my people, and we gonna hold you accountable for that. Facts. April 30th, you're gonna be in New York City, right? You got a show at the Gramercy Theater, right? With academics, right? Academics, you stand by this, bro? Like, you co-signing this? You co-signing this racism, this rhetoric, this bullshit? Is you co-signing that? Because inquiring minds want to know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gramercy Theater, right? April 30th, right? Say less.
Ever since then, he's been locked in an ongoing battle with the Asian community over their use of the N-word. And there's no signs of it slowing down anytime soon. But they're far from the only group to get his wrath. Recently, he's been actively advocating for war crimes in the case of Russia versus Ukraine.
I just want to say to everybody, Ukraine. Yeah, we don't give a damn about Vladimir Putin going over there, bombing them people. Them people all year long, you ain't said nothing about Ukraine. Fuck Ukraine. Yeah, nigga, we don't give a damn about Russia or Ukraine. Not no.
As well as expressing his love of various historic dictators along the way.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Vladimir Putin. I think he's the baddest world leader in the world. And shit, I like him and Kim Jong-un. But yeah, and Muammar Gaddafi, but they killed Gaddafi. But yeah, Ukraine.
Blow it up. Yeah, we don't give a damn about that. Yeah.
And you can see where he really want to laugh. He want to start laughing and shit because it's really just theater. That's really all it is. But some people take it literally, like the youth. The nigga y'all looking at on screen is just as dangerous as Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed. He's just as dangerous as Rizza Islam and all the rest of these other motherfuckers out here pushing this bullshit. He's just as fucking dangerous. That's the bottom line, man.
Die over there tonight. We don't give a damn about none of that.
However, it's nothing compared to what he had to say about Indian people.
Love from India. Get your ass out of here. You one of them red dot sand, red dot forehead. Y'all, get out of here, red dot head. We don't like you people neither. I don't like Indians. We don't know what to be. I don't like Indians. Y'all stink and y'all fools stink too. Nigga, my grandma played it. My grandma no man now. Y'all are some of the most distrustful motherfuckers in the world too. You want an Indian with them red dots on your head. I don't like none of that shit.
While he's also shown some real ignorance around black people of the Islamic faith.
The black Muslims over here is broken in spirit. They ain't no motherfucking bomber kind of. They ain't gonna kill nobody in the name of the religion. Yeah, they'll beat you up. Yeah, they'll jump on you. But these Muslims over here ain't gonna take no airplane and run it into no motherfucking building, these black Muslims.
That's because didn't nobody take no motherfucking airplane and run into no building, you dumb motherfucker. Just dumb.
Plane and running into no motherfucking building, these black Muslims. When they embrace Islam, you don't see no real transformation in their actions. These remain the same. Yeah, they give up eating pork, but they keep sucking. They keep eating ass. They'll stick their tongue in any hole's mouth.
And in turn, it has led to one of many accusations that he is a hypocrite who constantly contradicts himself. Palestinian Muslims. Next,
they give up eating pork, but they keep sucking. They keep eating ass. They'll stick their tongue in any hole's mouth.
And in turn, it has led to one of many accusations that he is a hypocrite who constantly contradicts himself. 1 minute, this guy...
That's because it sells. People don't know how to take that hypocrisy and the fact that he's speaking from contradiction and ignore him. That's how you get rid of him. Stop listening to him. The people that promote, oh yeah, we're gonna have Charleston White on September 4th, at 7:30 or whatever. It ain't supposed to be one motherfucker in the audience. Not a one. Not only do that make Charleston White look bad, but it make the motherfucker who booked him on the show look bad too. Instantly he'll turn his back on him. Y'all motherfuckers play too much, man. Y'all niggas ain't serious, man. Y'all niggas ain't serious about this shit that I told y'all. It's a slew of stuff that we could do without firing a shot. Y'all not serious, man. Y'all motherfuckers play too much, man. Your neighbor, your coworker, your classmates, your mother, your relative, niggas play too much. They not serious. They not. They just talk shit.
Defending Palestinian Muslims. Next minute, he says some ignorant shit like this. I can't take this guy seriously. He don't know the difference between Nation of Islam and Islam. However, he's clearly intent on offending every trace of people possible. Because he's unveiled some anti-Semitic tendencies too, after a stream with Aiden Ross went wrong.
The Jews, we the real motherfucking Jews. The nappy hat that was in chains. Fuck them Jews, the Holocaust was fake. Yeah, the Holocaust was some made up shit. Yeah, they made up some shit. That shit like Valentine's Day and Christmas. Made up. Fuck you.
Now listen, remember I was telling y'all it's about patterns. They run the same play every time. This is an example of that. He just told you about 12 seconds of truth. What he just said out of his mouth is the truth. And then he gonna go right back to his bullshit. It's a pattern that they use all too many fucking times. It's not gonna work if you don't tell any truth.
When Jesus was born, it wasn't even no December. The Holocaust is fake, y'all. Aiden and his family them is some lying motherfuckers, and I rock with him. I'm a Hitler-loving mother. They gonna treat me like this, fly me out here. I love him.
He can get away with saying he loved Hitler because Hitler wasn't the motherfucker that they told you he was. We've had this conversation on my channel a couple of times in the past. Adolf Hitler was on the cover of Time magazine as Time magazine's Man of the fucking Year 1 year before World War II. 1 year before. And then all of a sudden he's a fucking monster responsible for killing a zillion fucking Jews? I don't think so, people. So we already know that. Like I told you, if you fuck with my channel, all you gotta do is pay attention to the signs and the symbols and the patterns. Pay attention. He gonna go right back to his bullshit after just telling y'all all that truth.
I motherfucking Hitler. The motherfucking Jews ain't suffer what the suffer. You ain't never seen a Jew hanging from a motherfucking tree like they used to.
This left Aiden shook to his core.
Don't even entertain that shit.
Bro, what the? Bro, no, that's insane, X.
With all of that hate in his heart, it's clear that Charleston isn't afraid to take on anyone, nor is he worried about who he offends in the process.
See, here's the way it works. Because he's a clown and he's a buffoon and he's labeled as a hypocrite and he contradicts himself, when he tells the truth like how he just did, nobody will listen. Man, y'all don't see the game. The reason why I could talk about this shit the way I do and it flow the way it do and my perspective and my view on this shit is the way it is because I've been studying it for so long. Once you figure it out, you see this the same. Every time. It's no different than with the comedians, right? Because you can almost kind of consider him to be slash a comedian, right? But we'll talk about full-blown comedians like Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, Eddie Murphy or whatever. By the time Eddie Murphy starts telling the truth, nobody's going to believe it, right? Because by the time he gets to really telling the real truth, they've already chopped him up as being a comedian. You're somebody that I'm supposed to laugh at. You're somebody that's supposed to make me feel good and entertain me. So when you do tell me the truth, it go over my head. Because I'm caught up in what? The Matrix. Look, guys, I'm going to end it right there. I got to go. I'm starving. My stomach is like, nigga, are you nuts? But for anybody who made it to the end of this video, man, thank you. I appreciate it. This video came from the heart. I don't hate my people. I'm not a racist toward my people. I'm just trying to be one of those people that get my people in line. Right? And the only thing that I can do right now in terms of helping get our people in line is tell the truth. And one of the ways I can tell the truth is just, number one, by being honest and trying to talk about as much shit as I can with leaving out as little as I possibly can. That's the only way I can do it. I can't cover everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like another person with their time, they can't cover every topic. But I'm trying to cover as much as I can. And I'm trying to stay on course of talking about stuff that other people really are not giving as much attention or light to like they should. So seeing that other motherfuckers won't do it with their mega platforms or whatever, I feel like I should do it. This is Original Lone Wolf, man. To be aware is to be alive, man. I think I've covered a lot in this video. And I think there's a lot that can be learned from this. And I think there's a lot that you all will agree with about what I said in this video. Share the video with somebody, man. Like the video if you really appreciated what I tried to do. Like the video. Share the video with somebody, man. I'm out.